Here on my
Oh,
phone.
gosh, that was fast. Hello, hello, hello.
Let
Can
me
you
see
see
it for
us?
live. Let me see here. Do you see us yet?
Um, Switching my phone around to see. Hello, hello. We just
I
never know when we're gonna. There we are. When we're gonna pop on screen.
I don't
Pretty much whenever StreamYard feels that it is necessary. Not when we click the button
right.
and go live. No, we have to sit here and guess. I see the counter finally. Hello, everyone. Hello, hello. Welcome in. Happy Thursday. Happy Labor Day weekend.
Can you believe it?
No, like I didn't occur
Honestly,
to me till yesterday. I'm like,
yeah,
oh, Labor Day's on Monday.
yeah.
No,
I
totally slipped my mind. So yeah,
yeah.
everybody gets a longer weekend.
That
So
they do. That they
yes.
do.
Hello everyone. Welcome in. And
I
yes, I cannot believe that September is next week. That's crazy bananas.
I know it will be Christmas in the blink of an eye. Honest to
I'm
Pete.
I'm okay with that.
Oh, I am too. I am
I'm
too.
okay with it. Yeah.
I am too.
Yep.
Um, but
All
yeah,
right. Welcome in, everyone. We
I
are going to say hello to the friends in the chat. So if you want to shout out, make sure and type something down in the chat. Hopefully, I won't miss you. I will do my best to highlight everybody in the chat. And then we will briefly go over how the sale is going to work tonight. Most of you are very familiar with that. But in case we have some new friends joining us tonight, I know that there was a couple people from Instagram that wanted to come over. So we will talk about how the sale is going to work tonight. And then we do have community share back this week from Miss Karen G. I actually have a couple more things to share from Karen G. But
okay.
tonight I have some of her wedding couple collection.
Oh,
It's
this will
good.
be fun.
It's good.
This will be
It's
fun.
good. All
Okay.
right. And so let's get right into it. I already know who is here in the chat first at 5:40 p.m. 5:40 p.m. I only know that because I came in the chat to put in our emails for the pinned
Right.
comment. William is here
Hello,
first in
William.
the chat tonight.
Hi,
So
William.
welcome, William.
Hello, sir.
And Lisa is
Hi,
number two
Lisa.
tonight. And rounding out top three is Miss
Brrr.
Cindy Lou.
Hi,
Cindy Lou.
Cindy Lou.
Hi,
Good to
Cindy.
see you.
Good to see you. And there's Karen G. Karen's going to be our bid ender tonight.
From
Thank
Karen.
you so much. Oh, and Karen also found a really cool, hard to find doll when her and Gavin were out gallivanting in Niagara Falls last
Okay.
week. And I helped her identify it. I do have pictures of that, but not for tonight. That'll be another night that we talk about that one. But she did find a pretty cool doll
Gotcha.
on their travels. And get your snapping fingers ready.
I'm warming them up. They're saying up north it's cold. I forget who I just saw.
Is it?
Mary said up in New York it's cold. So
Oh,
let me warm up my
not
fingers
cold
because
here.
it's okay.
It's pleasant. It's
Yes.
pleasant here.
This
It's not hot. Yeah.
stay like this all year long. This is my weather right now. So, but I'm snapping because if you are not subscribed to the one and only Grady Group of Vintage Recordings, you guys are missing out. Please give our YouTube DJ a follow. His name is Gavin. He's got a really fun channel. Plays music. It's on vinyl. It's on a turntable. He's got even all this eye candy that surrounds the turntable. He takes requests. He drops knowledge. It's a really, really fun channel. If you aren't subscribed, you're missing out. It's the same exact name and avatar and logo over on Instagram. Give them a follow there as well. And just at the end of the day, please give the Gillettes a follow. They do so much for this community and in this community and are so supportive. Please, please, please give them a subscription and a follow. And make sure you're following Karen G over on Vamp, because on Saturday afternoons at 4 p.m. Eastern, they have a fun show. They drop knowledge. They play games. They show collections. Gavin gives you all kinds of information about music. It's really, really a fun time. So it's well worth to head over. And that's a fun community over there on Vamp as well. So
While we're talking about Vamp,
yes.
let me pop this up here real quick. So if you are not a member over in Virtual Antique Marketplace, this Saturday, and I should have had a graphic. I don't have a graphic. I think Misty just made it yesterday, but we are going to be going live on Saturday evening, I believe at 7 p.m. Eastern, over on Misty's Thrift Junker Vintage Hunter channel. And we're going to be talking about Vamp. And I think a lot of people think that you have to download an app. You don't have to download an app. You can just type in virtualantiquemarketplace.com. But we're having a little chat about that on Saturday. Not just me, but all of the admins, or most of us anyway, will be joining Misty for just a short chat right before Miss Pamela Blanchard's live sale at 8 p.m. Eastern. So we're not going to be on super long, but if you want to come over for that on Saturday, come join us.
Good times.
If you're curious on how to get over there. All right, I lost my place in the chat, so I'm going to pick up with Tracy. Hi, Tracy.
Hi, Tracy. Good to see you.
Brian is here. Hey, Brian.
Hello, Brian. Hi, sir. How are you?
Renee is okay.
Renee.
Good to see you, Renee. Miss Gutierrez. Hello, Debbie. Yay. There's Jason's mom. Hi, Linda.
Hello, Mom. Love you.
And Kim is with us, helping out in the chat tonight. Thanks, Kim, for being here. Melanie, we haven't seen your face for a while. Good to see you. I haven't seen your name in the chat, in other words. We missed you last week, so good to see you. Yeah, see, Karen even said that. We missed you. We did.
We did.
All right. Joe is here. Hey, Joe.
Good to see you, sir.
Tonight. There's Mama Pam.
Hey, Pam. Good to see you.
Mama Pam got some new glasses.
Oh.
She doesn't have them yet, but she ordered them today.
Okay.
So yeah, Mom Pam will be sporting some new glasses.
All right.
In some upcoming videos very soon.
All
right. Who else? Scroll. Elaine is here. Hey, Elaine. Good to see you. Paul is here with us. Hey, Paula.
Hello, Paula.
It's raining in Dallas. It rained here today too. Lots of chitty chatter. Judy's here. Hey, Judy.
Hello. I gotta stay Gnarly Jones. Hello, Gnarly Jones. I love that name.
I do too. Okay. Scroll. Mary's here. Hey, Mary. Sandra Bowers is here. Hello. Critter Girl's with us tonight. Welcome in. Chris is here. Hey, Chris.
Hi, Chris. Good to see you, friend.
Heather Gibbs is joining us from across the pond tonight. Hi, Heather. Sandy B. Hey, Sandy. Catherine's with us tonight. Hi, Catherine. Welcome in.
Me too. Okay.
Vintage Potential.
Hello,
Welcome.
Vintage Potential.
Good to see you. Minx is here. Hey, Minx. Let me see. Scroll. I'm trying to get through these quickly. Meow. Hi, Wanda.
Hello, Wanda.
Good to see you. Sorry, you guys. It's really hard to scroll through the chat. Trina Hansen's here. Hey, Trina. Good to see you. KP's with us.
Well, hello.
And say hello. Hello. Tina's here. Hey, Tina.
It's been forever. Hello, Tina.
It has been forever. I haven't seen you guys since May.
Yes. Yeah, you're right.
I know, but now that we're almost into September, then it's just a couple months before I get to see you again. So
exactly.
You know? Midwest Holiday Antique Show. If you guys aren't coming, you need to come and see the Christmas Wonderland.
I mean, I keep seeing more and more people talk about it on the social media, so it's really, really going to pop. I think.
Can't wait. I really can't wait. I can't wait. Angela just popped in there at the bottom of the chat. I think I got everybody. Okay. Linda Daly, if I missed you,
did you get KP?
Hello. If I already said hello, you get a bonus today. You get the bonus today. All right, welcome in, everybody. Okay, we are going to briefly go over how the sale is going to work. I know most of you have heard this lots and lots of times, but first and foremost, you want to be in the best version of the chat. So check in your chat settings, make sure your live chat all messages and not top chat. Sometimes YouTube gets a wild hair and it will kick you out of live chat and put you back in top chat. So just check periodically about that one. And I know a lot of people watch YouTube on their TV. Mm-hmm. Somebody asked me, I can't remember who it was, how you comment on the TV. And as far as I know, I don't think that there is a way to comment on TV. You have to have watching it on the TV and then have your phone open to type in the chat. Yeah. As far as I know, if anybody else knows that for sure, let me know, because I would like to know the answer to that. Hello, Caroline. I just saw you pop in there. All right. So you do want to refresh often so you can either exit out of YouTube completely and come back in. The quicker way is to touch the upper right-hand corner where my logo is. Touch up there on your mobile devices. Then you can find the gear wheel icon and find playback speed and hit 2 times. If you are lagging behind at all, we will sound funny until you're caught back up with us again. If you are watching on a computer, you're going to find that in the lower right-hand corner, the same kind of settings. We are doing auction style tonight. So that means we will do offer ups. We'll give you a starting price. I will pin it up here on the screen. So the bottom left corner is where you're going to look for starting bids, and any bids that come into the chat will be highlighted on the screen down at the bottom. All right, so we will give you any kind of information that we know about the item, any kind of makers, measurements for sure, and note if there's any kind of issues. So if there's any kind of damage, repairs, that sort of thing, we do our best to show anything live to you here on the screen. So if you want to bid on it, then you know the condition that you're getting, okay? And if you're interested in on anything tonight, all you have to do is type your bids down into the chat, and I will highlight them as they come into StreamYard. Sometimes because of the lag, it takes a while for things to come in. So I'll just do my best to highlight those as I see them. We will do a 20-second countdown to account for the lag. We always recommend, if there's something you're interested in, to put a bid in early rather than late. Inevitably, if you wait too long, your bids will come in after the bid end. That's the lag that we experience here. So don't wait too long to put those in. And then the highest bid that we see on our end before Karen G's official bid end will be the winner. We do have to go by what we see on our screen to be the most fair to everyone. All right. And we are doing the just in cases here tonight. So all that we ask is that you've had at least one straight bid in on the current item that we're showing. You can put that straight bid in at any point in time that we're showing it. But we just ask that you have one bid in there to use the just in case. And what the just in case is the max amount that you're willing to pay for the item plus the letters JIC. You type that into the chat during the countdown. So let's say the item's at $20, but you're willing to go up to $50 on the item. If you have your straight bid in there, then during the countdown, you can type in JIC 50. That's your just in case bid. And if your just in case bid is the highest before the bid end, we'll bid you up $1 over the next highest amount. But do keep in mind, if there are multiple just in cases put into the chat, those do turn into regular bids. And right now we have our emails up here on the screen. You can also find all of our information, social media links, all that sort of thing down in the description of the video if you need to come back to it. I've also pinned our emails and where we ship from in the top of the chat. So that will be there throughout the sale. And my lovely mod squad does put them into the chat throughout the sale as well. So pretty easy to find our emails. But this is very important, especially if you're a brand new buyer, to Jason or I. You can send us a joint email. We don't mind that. Or maybe it's been a while since you purchased from either one of us. It's always good to just send it again. That makes it much easier to find your information when we go to do our invoicing. So if you do win an item tonight, we do need an email sent to us with your YouTube screen name, your real name if it's different from your screen name, your full shipping address, and an email that we can send your PayPal invoice to. We do only invoice in PayPal, but if you don't have a PayPal account, that is okay. You can still shop with us. Let us know when you send all that information to us in the email that you'd like to check out as a guest. When we do send our invoices out, we can send you a direct link to that invoice, and then you can check out with any debit or credit card. But do keep in mind, once we do send our invoices out, payment is due within 24 to 48 hours of receiving that invoice. And if you are over on Instagram and you want to send us your information in a DM over there, that is totally fine as well. You can totally send your info over there as well. And shipping is not included with the winning bid price. That is additional. We do use Pirate Ship to get the discounted shipping rates versus full on retail. So we get a deep discount. We pass that right on to you guys. And that is why we need your full shipping address to calculate your shipping. So that is calculated based on the size and weight of your package and the distance that you are from us. That's how we calculate your shipping price. And we do have shipping available to anywhere in the US, Canada, and Australia. I'll let Jason talk about that last point, and then we'll talk about when we're doing your invoicing this week.
All right. If you purchase from me tonight, I own a shop called Mother Tucker's Antiques. I'm located in Ephrata, also known as Adamstown, Pennsylvania. I'm right outside of Lancaster, Pennsylvania, about an hour and a half west of Philadelphia. So if you guys don't want to pay shipping and you want to pick it up in person, please just email us at the same email address that you'll email us all your information and let us know that you're interested in picking it up. We will invoice you for the said item or items. Once it's paid for, then we'll communicate via email on when and how you want to pick the item up. We can hold things for a timely manner. Anything that's within a reasonable amount of time, a month or two, especially with our big extrav coming up the end of September. Maybe some folks are coming in for that and you want us to hold it till then, we could definitely do that. But as I always say, it's never been an issue, but please, let's always communicate via email. That way we always stay on the same page. The last thing I'd want to do is have you put important information into the chat and have it be missed. And then there'd be like a cross, in communication. So thank you so much, Amy.
All right. I do ship out of Michigan. I will be doing invoicing tomorrow. So you will get an email from me at some point during the day that your invoice has been sent, so that you know when to look for it. So tomorrow at some point, I think that's it for me.
Okay, and I ship out of Pennsylvania. I will be doing all of my packaging and getting all the shipments ready on Saturday. The invoices will roll out in the afternoon and into the evening. Then we try to ship on Monday, but Monday's Labor Day. So packages will go out Tuesday. So it gives you guys like an extra day to, pay for us, and we'll have them ready to go out Tuesday. So we'll get them to you as soon as possible. So please come over, support Tina on Friday night with Whatnot and a YouTube sale. We can't combine it, but please head on over and please make sure you give her a little support if you could. It's every single Friday night. It is 7 p.m. Eastern. It's on Whatnot. She goes by Mother Tucker's Tina. She has tons of fresh jewelry she just got over the past week. And she is going to be spanning out and doing some other things. And I'm kind of putting things to the side, and I think we're going to be doing a vamp sale here maybe coming up in September. So when we know the exact details on that, we'll let you guys know about that. But that'll probably be on a Saturday if we do something. So
Gotcha.
That's it for me.
All right. So yeah, if you guys aren't a member over on Virtual Antique Marketplace, it's easy to go over there and sign up for an account. It's free to make an account over there. And then you can follow both Jason and I over there. Then you would get notified when we have a live sale scheduled or when we post new things, so that you can follow anybody over there on Virtual Antique Marketplace. And Kim, also Desert Gal Curios, has a shop over there. You can follow Kim, and you can follow Karen G over there as well. All right. And before we get into the sale, I'm going to pop our email up here for community share. ShareMyFindsLive@gmail.com. Any photos that you guys want to send us, so that we can have a few in our backlog to work with. We definitely would love to see what you're doing for fall, what kind of displays you're putting together, what you're doing with the vintage that you purchase either from us or you find out in the wild. We would love to see how you decorate your home. So email us. Just make sure when you do that you include a brief description to go along with your photos so we know how to talk about them when we share them here on the screen. And if you would like us to mention your name or not, it can be totally anonymous. That is fine. We have done anonymous shares before too. So we could use some more photos, you guys. We'd love to see some. All right.
Amy, just one thing before we get into it. It was very nice. I think the very lovely Mary Coleman, I don't think she's ever commented before, but she did say how much she enjoys you and I and our sale together. Mary Coleman, she's from Minnesota.
Okay. Did I miss a comment?
I think she was a lurker, and
she's way up there.
Comment, yeah, and she just commented right there down near.
Oh, there it is. Hi, Mary. Welcome.
So, hello, Mary.
Welcome.
And the very lovely Nan. The lovely Nan is joining us tonight.
Where is Nan?
She popped in while you were going over the.
I can't see the chat in StreamYard, and I have the slides up there
until
I take them off. So sorry, you guys.
Nan popped
I
in.
missed you. Where is Nan? My goodness, you guys are chatty. I can't
She's
even
up
get
a
there.
little
She
bit.
is. Hey, Nan. Good to
Hello,
see
Nan.
you.
Good to
And
see
there's
you.
Miss Shannon Farrar. See,
Hello,
I missed some more people that came in the chat. Good to see you tonight. Thank you guys for being here. Who else? Did I miss anybody else? Helen's here. Hey, Helen. Good to see you.
Hello, Audrey. Audrey just popped in.
Janet's here. See, everybody's popping in because I had the things over the screen. I couldn't see everybody. Hi, Audrey. Good to see you tonight. Okay. All right. We're going to get the show on the road, you guys. Jason's going to make me go first.
Please. It'll ruin the whole feng shui of the sale if I go first.
But at Christmas time, we're going to be changing it up.
Okay.
We might have Jason go first one of these times.
Okay.
Right. And all right, I'm going to start. I have a weird mixture of things tonight. I have some antique stuff. I have some deco stuff. I have some beachy things. I don't know. I have a weird mixture of things tonight. I do have some like fish and whales and that sort of thing. So this is going to be a lot. You're going to get all three of these things together. I did find them. And so I thought that they were cute together. Okay. So you're going to get all three of these things together.
Man.
And an invisibility cloak. I need one of those. I really do.
That would come in handy.
I feel like I need one. All right. So first, you are going to be, and as far as I know, these are all made in Japan. Okay. These are all made in Japan. Little pieces. All right. So first is the little sailboat. All right. And this is ceramic. All right. And it does have cold paint on it. It's like orangey red. It's like tomato, orangey red. That's the color that's on the sail. And then the other side is not painted. All right. But it is stamped Japan on the bottom. All right. So that's piece number one. All right. And piece number two is little Mr. Sailor guy. Isn't he cute? He's a little bisque guy in his little sailor suit. I'm not sure. I think he has like a hanky or something in his hands. All right. And he is stamped made in Japan on the backside. Okay. So that's piece number two. See if we can keep balancing this. All right. And then piece number three are some fish for good measure.
That's good.
So little stripy goldfish, I think, swimming in the waves. Big fish compared to the ship and the little sailor. But I thought they all looked cute together. And that one is also stamped Japan on the other side. So kind of an instant little tiny treasure collection, if you will. I did find them all at the same place. I don't know necessarily if they all came together. They were kind of on this little shelf, and it was all just kind of like little miniature doodads. And they were in totally different places, but I thought that they all looked cute as a fun little beachy trio tonight. And I had never seen any of these. Maybe I've seen the little Bisque dolly, but I've not seen the sailboat or the fish before. Have you seen these before?
I've never seen any of them, but these are great for your mermaid bathroom. They also would make great cake toppers if you know someone that's into nautical themed things.
Yeah.
And all you gotta do is wipe them off, and then they become a twofer.
I didn't even think about that.
I love these.
All right, and we will do a recap tonight. And before we switch screens, Janet K, it's your birthday today?
It is.
Is it for real?
Like
your birthday today, Janet?
Yeah, it looks like it is.
Well, happy birthday, Janet.
Hello. Happy birthday, Janet.
Thanks for spending your birthday with us. That's exciting. Yay, Janet. I don't have a virtual birthday cake that I can blow candles out for you, unfortunately. But happy birthday. Thanks for being here.
I agree with KP as well. You could put them in a tropical fish tank. Like if you collect those, the ceramics that go in the fish tank.
Yeah.
They look really good in that.
Okay, Jason.
$18, Amy. And this is going to be a crossover. This will be a kitschy piece for the evening. And it'll also be something that you can use in your upcoming kitschy Halloween display. Okay. So $18. It's made in Hong Kong. It is flocked. It's plastic that's flocked. There are one or two spots on the back that are missing some flocking. But other than that, this little goofy black cat is in really, really good condition. As you would expect with some of these pieces, there is some glow here to the mouth. So I'll show you that. There's a little bit of glow there to the mouth. There is some glow on some of the polka dots that are on the black cat. And again, like I said, it's made of plastic and then it's flocked. So it is a little bank here in the back, as you can see. I will pull it back. You can see there's one of the little spots of flocking that's missing. There is a little spot over here, right there, that's missing. But since the plastic underneath is black, you don't really see it. It has this fun, like, poof of fur right here, which if some of it gets loose, sticks to the flocking. The eyes are plastic and attached. You can see where they actually painted. That's all painted on there, including the mouth. So all of that is painted on top of the flocking. It has its original little foil collar on it, and it says love on the collar. I'm trying to get the glare off. It says love, but then it also says made in Hong Kong. So it's made in Hong Kong. You can see where it has the little spots there on its rear side.
That's so cute.
Has its original stopper that also says Hong Kong, so you know it's been there. And it sits very cute. And I thought if you guys did like a kitschy fall or Halloween, this could be your black cat in that. I also thought we all love some kitschy flocking pieces. It might look good just out all year round with your kitty cats. It measures 6 inches tall, so it's a nice size, 6 inches tall, and it's about 4 inches wide. And again, these are inserted. So these are plastic eyes, and they seem to be like airbrushed or painted as well. If you really wanted to glam this up and you wanted to put some rhinestones, you could probably put
I was just going to say some rhinestones on there.
There in the eyes. All the flocking on the front is fantastic. Those spots right there that you see, they're white painted spots. So that's not flocking that's missing. They gave the little cat. It's weird that a cat has polka dots, but it's kitsch. You really don't question it. These aren't really these specks you see here. That's just the way the flocking's kind of matted on it. That's not missing. But on the back here, you do have a few spots where the flocking kind of got nicked and is missing. So in the coin slot, really good condition. And it's just this cute. He's a blow mold is what he is. So he's a blow mold covered in flocking. So I just want to make sure, yeah, that's painted on the nose. I didn't think about how the nose was. But I love the cute little mouth and nose. But I guess nobody wants a little black kitschy flocked kitty for their Halloween displays. So we'll put him to the side. And like Amy said, we will have a recap. So we'll bring him back. All right, Amy, over to you.
All right. And I just saw in the chat, Janet Green's got a birthday tomorrow.
Janet, everyone.
Two Janets, 2 birthdays. What's going on?
Happy birthday.
That's exciting. Yeah. You guys are almost birthday twins. That would be wild.
Yes.
Almost. All right. I have, this is fun. I did get this over the weekend. And hang on a second. Parmesan is not up here. I don't know where he's at. And my husband started football officiating tonight. So his first game is tonight. So he's not even here. So he's not hanging out with Paul. So I don't know where he is tonight. All right. So this is going to start at 18. I do have this lovely lady little dresser box. Now, I believe that this was a powder jar. And I will show you the inside. All right. And I also believe that this is silver plate. All right. And it is, it does have a copyright mark on the bottom. And it is manufactured by Weidlich Brothers. And that one is stamped on the side of the lid. So it does have a little manufacturing stamp on the inside of the lid right here. And I believe it's a powder jar because it's not like a deep set. All right. But I thought it would be cute for a little jewelry box. So it is also coming with this little rhinestone brooch. It's like the perfect size to fit in there. Because her little skirt on there is domed, there is a little bit of room in there. I think this would be a good size for like rings, but it was originally a vanity powder jar. So I'm going to show you the jar first a little bit separately here. So on the inside, here's the inside of the lid. So there's a little bit of wear in here, but down in here is that little teeny, it's a teeny tiny little square marking that says WB Manufacturing Company. and that stands for Weidlich Brothers. They did do a lot of silver plate things, kind of in the deco time period. And then here is the inside, which is where the little powder puff would sit in there. And there is the bottom again, and I'll try and get that to focus. It does have a little, it says Copyright USA on the bottom, and it's very highly decorated with scroll work and flowers. And besides that, I mean, there's just some patina on it, which I liked. And then you're also going to get the little brooch along with it. This is definitely more mid-century, so not quite the same time period that we're talking about with the little jar. But there's no missing rhinestones for the brooch, and it's just kind of white rhinestone. It's nice riveted construction there on the back. The rhinestone brooch is 1.5 inches, and then the little jar here, and it does have some weight to it. It's 3 1/4 by 2 3/4. But we'll go ahead and move it along and get Jason going here.
$16, Amy. $16, Amy. I made the mistake of cutting the lawn today, and I think some of that.
I did that yesterday.
Yeah, so I'll do my best not to clear my throat through the whole sale. But $16. These are known as Victorian chimney flues. Okay, flue covers. Okay, that's what they call these. These were very popular during the Victorian era, and I'll keep tilting it so I get some of the computer screen glare off of it. It's sort of hard to date these, but I've sold enough of these to know when they're on the older side. Okay, they reproduce these like they reproduced them a lot in the 90s. This one's not from the 90s. This one's probably earlier. Do I think it's from the 20s? No, I think it's more maybe 30s, 40s. Okay, so this is glass. And before we even get into it, at $16, this one's a little harder dimension to find. Usually they're more like 12 inches or 8 inches. This one's a tiny little 6-inch one, okay? And during the Victorian era, they would have hung these over the chimney flue because it was an eyesore, and this would have dressed it up. So they call these flue covers, and you can just use them as pictures at this point now and hang them wherever you want. So one of the neat selling points is that this is older. It has one of these Victorian-style women on the front, and it's only 6 inches in diameter. So if you're collecting these, this would be a unique size to have. So the way this works out is it is a picture. It's kind of usually a litho print or copy, have you, that is usually placed in, and it's sandwiched, and it has this glass cover on it. Now, that's all painted. You could probably even call that reverse painted. And then usually they have a cardboard back. Even back in the early days, they used like a cardboard here on the back. This is probably one of the older. Like I said, I'm estimating this is probably the 30s or the 40s. And another selling point is it still has its original chain. So a lot of times where it is soldered on there breaks, and then you don't have a chain, and you have to come up with another way to hang it. So she is in really good condition. Let me get in close so you can see. She is this gorgeous, pretty young lady. Just the way she looks in there, there's no issues to the glass whatsoever. And if you do look at the glass when you have it in person, you're going to see that there's small imperfections in it. That's just my fingerprint. But you're going to see there's little specks in there, which makes me believe the glass is on the older side and also helps me date it. But I do believe it's about the 1930s. Maybe just after the war. So again, it is 6 inches in diameter. It is a flue cover. Now it is just a piece of wall art that you can add to a gallery wall. You can see where this is the opening here. So it's painted with enameled paint, and then it's kind of ombreed with black into the green. So if you were to take this apart, and this is like a tin, like a thin light metal that holds it and sandwiches all together. So they would have painted that on the inside, in essence, like reverse painting, and then they would have put a lovely portrait. The ones with the girls are more desirable, but they did put, sceneries in there, like farm scenes and windmill scenes and other things like that, but these are the most desirable. So again, just due to the way it is manufactured, and I've sold these are popular in my area, and were collected, that this is on the older side. So thank you so much, Sandra. I see you're 16. Looking for 17 or more, no condition issues. 6 inches in diameter. Usually they're double that. A lot of times when I find them, they come in at about 10 inches. So you could get them a little larger. So let's count them down. Count it down. We're looking for 17. We'll count it down. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. I keep moving it because I'm getting glare from the computer screen on it. So there we go. Now it looks the way it's going to look in person. And that's a nice green too. So you could hang that in your kitchen.
I love that color. Usually if I see those, they're not that bright colored. They're, I want to say they're like gray on the outside.
They can be, yeah. And some of them didn't even do a color at all. It was just all one big picture. So thank you so much, Sandra. I know you're going to enjoy it. Congratulations. Thank you.
Congratulations. Okay. I have a cutie pie book for tonight. And I have not had this one in a long time. I actually, truth be told, up there, I have this cover framed right there. Because the last copy I found of this was the copy I framed because it was really poor shape. Most of the pages were ripped and torn, but the cover was still good. So I salvaged the cover and framed it. It's kind of cut off like right under the baby kittens. But this is in excellent shape. And this is, I think you guys probably guess, it's Ruthie Newton. And it's all kitten related. Meow, meow. It is very, very good condition. This one does have a copyright of 1948 down there in the corner. And it is linen-like, so it's that paper that has like the fabric texture to it. All right, so let's get in the inside. Oh, makes you are in at 16. Thank you so much. Oh my goodness, look at this. How stinking cute. And I love the names that they have. So Papa McMew.
Good name.
It's hilarious.
Name.
It's got 5 new little kittens. And the one that's sitting in the little bassinet is named Baby Puff. Oh my gosh.
So
the
cute.
Cat illustrations. I can't. And then we've got Mama Kitty here, giving little Puff a bath.
Oh
so cute. And then this one here. Freddie Fluff says, don't cry, Kitsy. I'll fix it. Oh my gosh. I can't. This is my favorite though. This double spread here with all the little babies in their strollers. Oh, so cute. And 7 little prize winners line up at the baby kitten show.
So adorable.
I want to go to the baby kitten show.
I do too.
So cute. Patsy Pokey Paws. This is Patsy Pokey Paws here. She's got a hole in her purse. And so she can't buy her chocolate dipped mice. Sad day.
Oh.
I love this book. This is just one I don't see very often. It just makes me happy. Makes me happy to look at. Jumpity and Jingle are on the merry-go-round. Oh my gosh. Look at that cute little framed picture with the mouse. And Pussy Kit has the nicest supper and the sweetest dreams. And then we have a bonus cute little image for the back cover. That's also really cute one to frame. All right, Minx has got the high bid right now at 20, so we are looking for 21 or more. Let's count it down. It does measure 9.5 by 13, right? 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Meow, meow. Bid end. So cute.
Just that blue with the flowers and the
love
tree.
The background.
It's just so good.
So good. All right. Wanda, I see you just in case. All right. And there's Karen's bid end. All right. Thank you, Karen. All right. Minx had the high bid at 20. Wanda had it just in case. So, Wanda, it's yours for 21. Thank you so much.
All right. I have a choice round, Amy. It's going to be $18 choice. This is Tina's jewelry choice of the week. And these are both from the turn of the century. So they're probably very late 1800s, turn of the 1900s. So I guess that falls under the Victorian era. So both of these are identical in the essence that They are porcelain brooches that are hand painted with these water lilies. Some of those, I think that's tiger's tail in the back, maybe. But
Cattails.
the cattails, and you have some water lilies in there. And like I say, each one of these is hand painted. So that is like a porcelain disc, and this is triangular, and this will be your first one. And then it's actually held in this metal back. Okay, so you can see that it's sort of housed or held in those in that metal back. And by the closure there for the pin, you can tell that it is early. And like I say, it's at turn of the century, maybe 1800. So usually when you find these, they're just little pictures of flowers, little bouquets of flowers and stuff. To find these water lilies, and I have two different variations, it's a little more difficult to find. So they're $18 choice. These are the desirable ones. Also in this time frame, if you find any maybe pictures of Victorian ladies and stuff like that, those are very desirable. So this would be second in line if you're going to, categorize how they are kind of valued. Okay. So this one is triangular. It measures about an inch and a half across. So we got an inch and a half there. And then you have about an inch from the top of my finger there to the bottom. So this will be your first one. I think these are super unique. There is no stamping on the back. I do believe these are probably, I don't know where they would be from. I don't know if they're USA. That I'm not too sure of. I didn't ask Tina all that. But you can tell by the patina and the closure on them, and they are handmade, and they are from the turn of the century.
It kind of looks like a setting and a backing, like from a micro mosaic almost.
It is.
I know it's not stamped Italy, but it
Right.
kind of like reads the same.
It is. It's that same style era. So that'll be your first one. If that isn't what you're interested in the triangular design, I have an oval design, same exact style from the same exact period. Everything they did was sort of similar with the cattails in the back. You have sort of the lake scene almost in the back. You got that moody, kind of misty background, gorgeous colors. And you have the pink and you have the white little lily, the flowers right there on top of the lily pads. It's just a really fun scene. These would be great to wear heading into the sorry, I'm reading the chat there. These would be nice to wear into the fall here when it gets, a little cooler. So there you can see that it is a metal tone back. The closure is sort of the same, if not identical to the first one that I showed you. So you can see right there. This measures about 1.25 inches long. So it's about 1.25 inches across here. And it measures about 1 inch wide. So hold them nice and still so you can see them. And again, these are antique. These are antique. And these are, I keep saying Victorian a lot, but they're from the turn of the century. They're from that time frame. So these would make great, cute little lapel pins. They would be cute on a little, maybe, jacket. Maybe you even want to put them on a hat. I just think these are super unique. And like I said, usually when you find these, they're little bouquets of flowers. And then these, when they did the,
I've never seen any brooches like this, Jason.
The water lilies are a little more difficult to find in this style. And again, if you guys didn't hear when I first showed them, this is like a porcelain wafer. And then each one of these is hand painted, and then it is housed. And Amie hit the nail on the head. They're kind of housed and backed with these metal backs, kind of like micro mosaics. So they hand painted each one of them, laid them in there, and you can see there's these little prongs. So they're sort of prong set, if it wants to focus, and that's what holds them into place. So usually if you find these, and usually if you find these on eBay, they're usually $60 to $80. So that's usually, or in an antique store, they're about $80 a piece. And if you find the portraits of like a Victorian woman or man, then they are, it can be $125. So, and usually if they're a portrait of a person, they're a little bit bigger. So, and again, you'll just choose triangle or oval. That's how we'll show it. So thank you so much, Kim, for your 18. We're looking for 19 or more. Let's go ahead and count them down. And we are doing just in case for active bidders. So 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. With the way the closures are, there's no doubt that these are antique from the turn of the century. And I might as well sound like a broken record because these were popular during the Victorian era, late 1800s, early 1900s. My camera doesn't want to focus.
They're very cool.
They're very unique and they're super old. So Kim, let me know, did you want the triangle one or were you interested in the oval one? And thank you for your bid, Kim. And I can watch the chat, Amy. I'm sure she'll pop it in there.
She wants the diamond one.
Gotcha. Thank you so much, Kim. Congratulations. Thank you. We'll bring the other one back in the recap.
Very cool. I mean, I've seen painted brooches, but not like that.
Right. No, they're super unique.
Okay. This is for the pair. And I don't get to say I have German dolls very often. And these came from the Northern Ohio Doll and Bear Show. And these are both bobbleheads. So these are bisque dolls, but they both are bobbleheads, which is unusual to find, especially in good condition. And these are both, I'm going to turn them around. They're both stamped Germany here on the back. The maker for these are Hertel, Hertel. They did a whole bunch of these bobblehead bisque dolls. And I would date these to the 20s. Okay. And they did make different variations of these. So these, you can see that they're painted in gold. So these are bougie, I would say. Yes. Now, they both have these little holes in their hands. Typically, these would have come with a little sprig of dried flowers that they would hold. Or sometimes if those would go missing, people would make little tiny beaded flowers to stick in there. I actually have another one that I purchased from the same vendor that has a little beaded flower in there, but these guys had nothing when I found them. Their paint is still very good, and I'll show you. So their bobbleheads are attached by elastic string, okay, so that you can pose these. You can have her looking very longingly at Mr. Moneybags over here, or you can just have her straight on. That's the only thing that moves on them, and then his head as well. So it's just an elastic string, and it's knotted on the bottom. So similar to how dolls usually are constructed for their arms and the legs if they move with the elastic string, and his little knot is down there at the backside. Karen, I see you. Thank you so much. So I think that they're in good condition. She did have some other ones that were not in the best of shape, but these were really nice condition-wise. There's just a little bit of paint wear on both of them. I think it's not really a big deal. Measurement for them, they are both of them are about 3¼ inches tall. Okay. Love these. So, Mr. Moneybags, I don't know that's. Just,
I love it. He is. He does.
If you remember, like the scene in Mary Poppins where they're standing out front of Mr. Banks's like workplace.
Yes.
And that's what he reminds me of. One of those guys that he works with.
When you pack them, Amy, don't forget to pack his money bags. Karen says, pack them money bags too.
I'll make sure and include that with it, Karen. All right. Let's count these down. Karen's in at 24. So we're looking for 25 or more. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It end. And the late end, they're singing the Feed the Bird song.
He's kind of got a Charlie Chaplin look to him.
Yeah,
too.
A little bit. Yeah, and she's like, when are you gonna bring me home, huh? I think they're cool. They're all right, fun. There is the bid end from Kim. Thank you for filling in, Kim. All right, Karen, they are coming to you. Thank you so much.
$28, Amy. And this is something different. This kind of checks off a couple different boxes. So $28. Tina brought this home the other week from an estate. It is from the 1960s. So first of all, we have this great mod fabric that is on the bottom. This is probably made in Japan from the early 60s, because these are super popular. And when I looked these up on eBay, I was amazed what they go for. So it does work. It is a music box. It is animated. And you have this very typical of the period of the 50s or 60s bird, and it will swing back and forth. Okay. So this is something that you could actually hang in a bird cage if you want. It has feet on the bottom, so you can definitely sit it in your display. There's the little turn for the music box, and then there is a little on and off switch right here. So the patina is in really good condition. This is that kind of polished brass almost that can get pitted and rusty looking. None of that is rusted. It has its original hanger, so you can hang it or use it so it looks like a bird cage. There's no staining to the fabric that's around the like metal. It's like a tin metal style base. Here in the base of the bird cage, this is like a suede. It's kind of like a suede coat, and it's that great olive green from the 1960s. And when you wind it up and you start it, the little bird swings back and forth. So you can see there is a little steel rod, a little metal rod that comes up, and little birdie does go. And I can't make out what song it is. Play Name That Tune. Maybe somebody.
It's not What's New Pussycat.
No, it is not What's New Pussycat.
Not that.
No. I think these are really fun and unique. It measures about 7 inches tall by 5 inches wide. These are very collectible, whether they're from this period or from a little earlier. Into the 80s, what they started to do was in the late 70s and 80s, they put them in like acrylic style cages and boxes.
Raindrops keep falling on my head. Everyone
I think you're right, Manx. Hot diggity dog. Who was the first one to say that? Was it Joe?
Renee.
Karen.
Renee.
Got you guys. I think
Renee,
you're right.
Melanie, Joe, Karen, Manx, Catherine, and Trina. They all got it right.
All the years that I DJ'd, I'm good if you do the true tune. But when you do it with a music box, it's like my brain turns to porridge. I swear to God. So, and then this is the way they attached it from the factory. They used little, like almost little gold twine almost to hold those flowers on. The flowers are intact. Just a slight little bit of fading to the flowers. But overall, really fun. The bird is yellow and orange, as you can see. It kind of checks off the boxes for the mod 1960s, which that's when it's from. It has its little original little feet on there. There's how you wind it up. And then, of course, I just turned it on and off. And one more time before we count it down, it measures 7 inches tall, and it's about 5 inches wide. And these are super collectible. And once you get one, you're probably going to want more. I think they're really fun. And you could find them with different colored bases, different colored birds, different flowers, but this one is probably one of the most preserved versions I've seen in a long time. So thank you so much, Dusty. Let's count it down. We're looking for 29 or more, and we are doing just in case for active bidders. So we'll hold it back there. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. We're looking for 29 or more from the mid 60s. Metal base that's coated in material. Then it's covered in like a suede kind of top there, maybe a felt kind of top. And it feels like a suede. So there's the bid end. Thank you so much, Karen G. Dusty, you didn't need your just in case. It's coming to you for 28. It's really fun in person. Enjoy. Thank you.
Very cool. I never see those.
You don't?
There's a different style like that without the pattern base.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like it's more just like gold toned.
Mm-hmm. There is. Yep.
They never work. Every time that I see those, they never work.
They never do. Never.
Okay. I have, although this technically is not a brooch. All right, but I thought I would bring it tonight anyways, because I did have some things that match with it. Part of me really wanted to save this for Valentine's Day, truth be told.
Oh, this is
I decided to bring it tonight instead. This is a gorgeous 1930s, I believe. I believe this dates to the 30s based on the style and how it is made. And it is a gigantic dress clip. All right, so on the inside, I'll show that to you. There's very sharp teeth on the inside of that clip, and that was to hold a belt, a sash, something in place on your dress, and it's huge. You're right, it is gigantic, and it is gorgeous. It does have deep red, what I believe to be check rhinestones, based on the quality and the open back setting here on the back to let all the light through. There's no missing stones. There's no manufacturing mark on it anywhere, and it is just stunning. It's really pretty. Renee, I see you in. Thank you so much. But yes, it's a big one. It is 2 1/4 by 2.5. So 2 1/4 this way, 2.5 wide. It is just lovely. If you have like a winter scarf, something like that, this is a good candidate to that. Just be careful with the teeth. And I'm going to show that to you right now. So the back lifts up, all right, and it has all these sharp little barbed teeth. There's 5 different teeth on the back of this, and that was just to go through multiple layers of fabric to keep something in place, rather than a brooch. And these work pretty darn well. You just have to be very careful when you're closing it to not poke yourself, all right? But the mechanism here on the back, the hinge is really nice condition. There's a little bit of wear to the top here, I think probably from actually using it, but I can't really see any other kind of issues to it. Yes, fur, stoles, any kind of thicker fabric. That's why they have those sharp barbs on there to accent your attire. All right. And I do believe it dates to the 30s. There's some other ones very similar in style. I actually could not find this like heart-shaped one necessarily. It's very hard to find things that were, you know, kind of one-of-a-kind pieces. It's hard to find things, you know, comparable to that. But it's also this really lovely silvery tone. And even on the inside of the flower petals, I'm not sure if that's going to come across on screen. There's like these little swirly doos. Swirly doos, I don't know. On the inside of the petals of these flowers that kind of go around the rhinestones. It's just very cool how it's constructed. It's kind of like a vine that's hanging onto all those rhinestones. It's just gorgeous. All right. Dusty Moose, I see at 28. Thank you so much. Yes, it definitely, if you get a sprained ankle and you need like some bling on your ace bandage, absolutely, Nan. It's the same kind of teeth that are on those little flimsy metal things that they give you, the ace bandage. This is much more practical, I think. All right, let's count it down. We're looking for 29 or more. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, a bid end. So if you've never had one of these clips in your possession, when you open this, make sure and do so on the sides and not the bottom, because that bottom barb will get you. Okay, just be very careful opening and closing that. All right, there is the bid end from Karen. Thank you so much. All right, so it looks like Renee had the high bid at 30, but Dusty Moose had it just in case of 42. So Dusty, it's yours for 31. Thank you so much.
All right, this is going to be a choice round, and it'll be $28 choice, okay? Technically, well, these are new old stock, okay? So it's going to be choice on these pixies, okay? So I'm going to show you the pixie first. There's one of them. There's the other pixie. Now, these are pretty popular and collectible pixies. You get the original paperwork for both of them, and you're going to get the original box for both of them, okay? So this was an artist, Millicent Drews, can't read my own handwriting. She was a California pottery style person.
I can't believe you have a box.
They both do, and they both have the inside still that remain, and it still is the original Napco box. So each one will get this, and this also then is something about your pixie. But this creator of these pixies she gets a lot of notoriety of being one of the first ones to create like a true pixie in the essence of the pixies that we know today. So it's from 1958. She actually, like there you can see, she was a potter in California, like in the Hagen-Renneker, those kind of people. And then she created these and sold them through Napco, the National Pottery Company. So they are also Napco, and they have Napco stickers. So $28 choice. These are very, very collectible. When they sell on eBay, they usually never have their box or paperwork. So we'll come back to that in a minute. So each one of these can be considered shelf sitters the way they sit. So this is going to be your first choice. This is the brown one. Most of them have a signature of hers on the bottom. I don't know if you're going to be able to see that or it's going to focus. Each one of these is signed by her. So if they're missing their original foil Napco sticker, and you guys can feel free to check eBay. It's been a while since I've checked, but usually when these sell on eBay and you put her name in, they're very sought after because they're super collectible. So there is the best I can get it to focus. There's the Napco sticker. And this is going to be your first one to choose from. You can kind of see that it mimicked the treasure craft way of making some of these pixies where the body is glazed, but the face is then done afterwards and sort of cold painted. So she is very famous. You're right, Joe. She's very famous out there in Hollywood and in California. So this will be your first one you can choose from. And this one sits at about 3 inches tall. And the way this guy sits, he is supposed to be your shelf sitter. So if you guys remember what I'm saying, some of these words, they'll come into importance here when I explain to you the book on how you're supposed to care for your pixies. So most of these are considered shelf sitters. So $28, this will be your first one. It comes with the book and the box, okay? This will be your second one. This one also will sit on a shelf. Do I put mine on a shelf? Not all of them, because this one makes me nervous. But the way he's made, he is supposed to sit on a shelf, and he will. He is stamped there on the bottom there, and it has her name. So each one of them are signed by her, and it has the Napco sticker on the back. And this one is getting muted a little bit, but in person, it is like a lavender purple, which is his jacket. And then his pants are like a pink. And then, of course, there's a metallic gold on the other places to kind of detail it a little bit. So he's 5 inches. So you're either going to pick, you're going to call him by color. It's either going to be purple or it's going to be brown. So this is the fun book that each one of them gets. His box is a little bit bigger. You also get a box with him. So it's kind of a twofer. I think that's fun to put on display. And again, if you guys Google her name, you're going to see that usually on eBay, these can be, sometimes if they have their box, they can do $100. You might need Worth Point to prove that, though. So here's something about your pixie. So, like, for example, here on the inside, and this is also, plus it has mushrooms on it, it does give you a quick explanation. So it says, in writings in books about, what, Amy?
The cat just appeared out of nowhere.
Gotcha. So, for example, back here, it says that Drew's pixies are created to bring you bountiful good fortune. But to enjoy these benefits, you must do these things. So when you get one of these, because it's her style pixie, you must give your pixie a name in keeping with its joyful character. So you're going to have to give your pixie a joyful name and joyful character. And then it says place it where it can be seen and be seen for its love, the sight of your smiling face. Treat your pixie gently with due respect for its legendary powers. Speak to it often, for it loves the sound of your voice. Make it your daily confidant in happiness and in sorrow, and it will bring you lightness and joy to your heart forever. So that's just some of the ways to take care of your pixie. And then in here is a fun legend behind the pixie. So this is supposed to bring you like very much good luck. Hello, Tirza. Good to see you. And hello, Trina. It's good to see you guys. So before we do a countdown, you're going to get the original paperwork, which the paperwork's always missing.
That's so cool.
You're getting the original
I've never
box.
seen a box or a book.
Nope. And she was very famous in the California pottery world when, the Hagen-Rennekers. all that California scene came on. And then when that started to die down, she was so well known for these pixies that then she made them in conjunction with Napco, and Napco she made them for Napco, and then they put their label on. So there's your brown one. Here's your purple one. If you guys want to have any more details about them, you can feel free to message me. I might have a few more, but let's go ahead and count them down for Trina. They're at 28. We're looking for 29 or more. It'll be the choice between your brown shelf sitter or your purple shelf sitter. So they're hard to find and they're fun. So just in case for active bidders, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. My favorite part about these pixies, if I can get that glare off, is when they do the eyebrows like their antennas. Those are some of my favorite pixies. So it'll be choice between the purple one or the brown one. And there is our bid end. Thank you much, Karen G. Trina, congratulations. These are really fun. Let me know, did you want the purple one or the brown one?
And they both have boxes, right?
Both have boxes. Both have their paperwork. And they did come in other colorways. So if you're collecting them for the colors, they're both yours, Trina. Thank you so much. Congratulations. They're fun. They're fun.
Before I switch the screen, I'll be right back.
Oh, God. Okay. Well, thank you so much, Trina. Congratulations for them. Amy's home alone tonight right now, so she definitely has to take care of Mr. Parmesan all by herself tonight. So he looks like he was trying to get to the curtains in the kitchen back there. So
he's obsessed with, every week. I think it's been 3 weeks now. He's been trying to climb up that curtain. I don't
gotcha.
Know why. I don't know why. But
thank you, Trina.
He's taking a time out in the hallway. We'll see
before he breaks the merchandise. That's probably
cool. Yeah. That always just makes me nervous about next to that shelf right there.
A lot of money back there.
Yeah. Okay. I have a choice round. I'm not going to do that yet. I'm going to show you the choices first. Okay. So first I have this adorable blue and yellow wall pocket fish. So it is a wall pocket. All right. There's some schmutz back here. I have to get that off, but it is a ceramic fish wall pocket and made by Norcrest. And there's no damage to the fish. It's in excellent condition. It does have a number here on the bottom. And what I like about this is that it doesn't just have to hang on the wall. All right. It can freestand. Not all fish wall pockets can do that. But this one is molded in such where it can balance on the back of its fin and then its two little fins here at the bottom. So it does not have to hang on the wall if you don't want it to. But it's really nice condition. There's a little bit of crazing in the glaze. All right. And this did come in another colorway I saw, like a pinky orange kind of colorway. All right. And I just really like how flowy it is. It's got a lot of movement. So that's choice number one. Audrey, I see you. Thank you so much. And choice number two is this guy. I love this guy. Love this guy. This is made by Freeman McFarlane. And it is a dresser caddy. So we've all seen the boxing kangaroo and the wiener dog. Men's dresser caddy. This one is the whale. So you could put your wallet, hang your watch on the tail. You could put some pocket change or keys in the mouth. I've also seen this described as a soap dish, but I believe it was manufactured for a dresser caddy. Okay. And he is nice and clean. Also, no damage to him. He's in really nice condition. No cold paint on either one of them that you have to worry about. It is a very light blush pink on the inside of the whale and a little bit on the tail as well. But I brought them together because I thought they looked cute. I thought they looked cute together.
Your buddies, Amy.
They are. They're sea buddies. I know. He's so a whale. All right. Audrey's in at 36. So this is for choice. And I brought this out so we could show them both at the same time, but that's about the biggest thing I have to put them both on because they don't usually fit. They will not both fit on my little board that I normally use. I'll give you some measurements before we count them down. The whale is 7.5 by 5 1/4. Okay, 7.5 by 5 1/4. And the fish is 7 by 5 1/4. So they're pretty identical size-wise. But this guy, the whale, is not a wall pocket. He's supposed to sit on a dresser, so he can't hang, but the fish has a couple different options for you. All right. And a little bit of crazing on him, but no flea bites on either one. Okay, let's count them down. Audrey has got the bid right now at 36. So we're looking for 37 or more on choice. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. Okay. This makes me nervous because it's a glass.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
It's a glass picture. So, all right, let me get caught up on the chat there. I see Pam got in there with a 42. Robin got in there with a 37. And Audrey put in a just in case of 50. And there's Karen's bid end. All right, so Audrey, for 43, let me know if you want whale or fish. Whale or fish. Fish is just taking a nap right now.
Just a little sleepy. Just a little sleepy.
Oh, you broke back in, did you? Okay.
She's taking them both, Amy.
Okay,
Audrey's
you got it, Audrey. They're staying together, staying fish friends. Thank you so much.
Okay, how did he get in? How did he get in? $24, Amy. If you can hear me, I want to know then how he got in. You'll have to tell me then. So $24. She'll put it up on the screen in a minute, but I'll show you what we're going to start with here. There it is. This is a blemish or pyrography box. The larger size means it was probably a glove box. I have to tell you, in my years of selling these, this is probably one of the most prettiest ones that and Tina found it. But this is probably one of the most prettiest ones that I have ever had to sell or to offer. So it is. It also is painted on the inside, and it also has its original silk lining, which is amazing. So this was popular at the turn of the century in the Victorian era. You have this gorgeous Gibson girl here, highly detailed. A lot of times throughout the years, these fade out. And she is this gorgeous girl. She has this red bow in her hair, and she is out smelling the roses. I mean, I think this is really, really fantastic. They also did details to the side. There's no breakage. It even has the exact right style hinges that are period correct. So here you can see the side there. And this one, if you would collect these or if you were buying this to resell, this one is well worth more than the 28. So there you can see what the inside looks like. Of course, that one is a little richer in color because it didn't see a lot of daylight. And this is a pale, pale pink. That's the original. I believe it's the original insert. That's the same kind of material that they used to put inside the metal jewelry caskets. So that is still on the inside. So I don't know that this has seen a lot of use. I don't know if there were a lot of gloves placed in it and taken out of it. It is gorgeous. And then just for good measure, there's what the back side looks like. So this, I think, would be a great piece of art. I don't know that I would use this one. I think this one I would probably put on a shelf and use as a piece of art. It measures about 12.5 inches long. So it's 12.5 inches long. It's about 4.5 inches wide. And then when it sits on your counter or your shelf, it's going to be about 1.25 inches. Now, due to age, there's a little warping here to this side of the top on it, okay? But you're really not going to see that because this is how I assume you're going to display it. So you can display her like this. Look how beautiful.
Sometimes that was so well done. It's so highly detailed. Oh.
Sometimes when they do these, they look good, but this one I think is probably one of the most realistic that I've seen. You can see the flow there of the top of her like a dress. Look at the detail of the hand there holding the rose, and she's smelling it. And then this, when you open it, you could place, what I would do is you could place this on a maybe on a countertop, maybe in your bedroom, and you could place all your brooches in there and then leave the top open. I think that would be a really great display case for some of your jewelry. I don't think you necessarily need to place your gloves in there. So I'm just trying to look to see if there's a name. Sometimes there's a name stamped on these hinges, and sometimes they reversed them. Sometimes they were stamped on both sides. Sometimes they were stamped on one, and then people didn't want the name exposed, so they would flip them inward. There's no name on these, but you can tell that they're period correct. So again, I do believe this is from late 18, early 1900s, and it is a glove box. So let's do a countdown. Thank you for the bids. I saw Renee in there. I see Wings is in there. I saw Susan in there. I see Robin in at 29. Susan's in at 31. Thank you guys so much. So let's go ahead and do a countdown. We are doing just in case if you're an active bidder. And let's count it down. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. We're looking for 32 or more, or the bid end from Karen G. And I have to say, if you collect these blemish or pyrography boxes, I think this will be the pinnacle of your collection. I don't know. Short of the lacquered ones, when it comes to glove boxes, even if you just collect glove boxes, this will be the pinnacle. So there's a bid end. Thank you so much. So with all the just in cases, Wings had the highest, but Robin takes it then for $41. Thank you so much. Thank you, ladies, for the bids. Congratulations, Robin. It's all yours.
Congratulations. All right. Here's your halfway through reminder to make sure and refresh if you haven't done so in a while. Just make sure and try that gear wheel icon up in the corner or the bottom corner, whatever device that you're watching on. Make sure to refresh. Okay. Okay. I'm going to do my highest start item next, and this is awesome. I geeked out the last time I found something like this, and I've been looking for something since. I think it's been 2 years. I think it's been 2 years since I have found a flapper girl head. The last one I had was a garter button, but this is the pin cushion. Very hard. Everything is hard to find. The buttons are increasingly hard to find, but I've never ever run across one of the pin cushions in the wild. This is so good. I absolutely love this. It is hand painted, and so her little face. So it's all velvet. Okay, so it's hand painted, and then this is Mohair. For her little curls that come down. They also did that on the garter buttons. And then she's got a little bit of silk ribbon hanging out here. This was also exactly how the garter buttons were manufactured. And she is a pin cushion, so she does have little straight pins that go across the top of her hat. All right. And this is how I found her. Okay. So the pins can come out. But I believe that is original to her. All right. And what is also cool, so there's a safety pin on the back, which I believe whoever had this to hang it on the wall. Okay. So there's a little tearing back here on the back where that safety pin is at. Just the fabric has a small hole, but it has an original store tag on here. Oh my God. Which is really cool. And it's probably not going to focus because it's itty bitty writing. But it is from the Chenille's department store, which was from Cincinnati, Ohio. It started in 1830 and it changed its name in 1928. Lazarus bought them out. This piece, it falls right into, this is from the 20s. And I believe that the date on here says 1922 or 1923. It's very faint and it's hard to read on the back, but that is the original price tag, and I can't quite make out what the price is. I want to say it's like 18 cents. It could be wrong. It's very, very difficult to read. But the rest of her, she's in amazing condition here on the front, and she's large. This is kind of like a goldy tone, like a really nice fall color, and I love that they painted her eyes the same color as her hair. There's a little tiny, a little discoloration mark right there. But but I think maybe, I don't know if that was intentional.
It looks like a beauty mark, Amy.
Or
I
a
think
beauty
that's
mark. I don't know. I can't quite tell if that is something that they painted on there on purpose,
God, I hope
or
so.
not. And
Yeah,
she does
that's
have a little nose peeking under her little curl right
oh,
there.
that's so good.
Measurement for her, she is 4.5 inches in diameter. All right, 4.5 inches in diameter. Besides that little tear at the back where that safety pin is, I think probably it had maybe some sort of little loop back here, and that probably came off. That's why they replaced it with a safety pin to still hang it on the wall. But I love that it still has that department store tag back there. And I don't believe that particular department store, it's changed names several times throughout the decades. I don't think it's in business anymore, but it was only in Cincinnati, Ohio. And you can't find these online. I have tried to look to see if there were other ones that I could show you different variations, like the garter buttons, but there's none, unfortunately. So I see Haggle My Ivan. Haggle My Ivan, hopefully I'm saying that correctly, is in at 56. Welcome. And we are looking for 57 or more on the Flapper Girl pin cushion. All right, let's count her down. Now would be the time to put in just in cases if you're an active bidder. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, bid end. And these straight pins can come out, but they have been in there for so very long. They're definitely going to leave an indentation because they've been that way for a long, long time.
I love the look of those pins too in there.
I do too.
So good. I've never seen one of these ever, Amy. Ever.
Never seen one in person until I found this one. So I was and she was actually she was buried in the bottom of a showcase at an antique mall, buried underneath a bunch of stuff. And I saw one of the eyes peeking out. I was like,
right.
Okay. So there's Karen's bid end. Thank you so much, Karen. All right. So does she had a just in case of 68. Haggle My Ivan, just in case of 77. So new buyer, congratulations for 69. It is yours. Do make sure and email me your information right now so I can get you invoiced for this tomorrow. So I do need, and I'll pop this up here since you're a new name. I do need information. So I need your YouTube name, your real name, full shipping address, and an email that can send your PayPal invoice to, or if you need a guest checkout link. Thank you so very much. Congratulations. All right, Jason.
All right, Amy, $38. $38, and I have some some iconic kitsch. I have the Little Miss Priss shakers, and it's a true set. It's in very good condition with no chips or cracks. There's almost no, I'm actually going to go out on a limb and say there's pretty much no crazing whatsoever to these.
Wow.
And I don't believe they've ever been used. Usually on the chops, the sides, I call them the chops, where the side of the cat faces are, they can get nipped and chipped. There are none. Has the stoppers. The only thing with these is it says that it is made in Japan. Sometimes when Lefton sold these in boutiques and they didn't put their name on it, they just used the round made in Japan stickers. So let me sit these down. We'll show them to you one at a time. Again, this is one of the, probably the second best set that I have ever found in this kind of condition. So they have the right numbers on the bottom for Lefton. They say that they are made in Japan. They have their original stoppers. Each one of them measures 3 inches tall by 2.5. They are the lighter blue. They seem to do different variations of these for no intended purpose. I always say that these lighter blue ones to me were like the first generation, and then later, to me, when I find some pieces of Miss Priss, they have like a little purple hue to the blue. So these are going to be like your really, really baby blue version of these. So sometimes they get little boops on the nose. There are no boops. You can run your hand over. You can feel that the gloss and the coat is in really good condition. That one is your 2-hole. You can see all those gorgeous flowers all the way around. The great details where they did like the black swoops with the brush to make it look like 3-dimensional fur. So A lot of times these get nips under here just because of people moving them around. There is none, and you can see how great this one is. So this one has the little bow on my right. It's on my right, so when you get it in person, it'll be on my right. So let's put it back on the way it should be. Then you have this one here, again, in super good condition, no chips or cracks. That one is your 3-hole. Your 3-hole has the original stopper made in Japan. You can just sort of see the little numbers there underneath. Again, this one is sort of facing off to the other way. If you guys know the Miss Priss shakers, their heads are tilted just a little bit. Pardon me. And then each one has like a little bow right here sort of on the side. And they detailed with all those other flowers all the way around. So one more time, they measure 3 inches tall by 2.5 inches wide. Pardon me. They're in superb condition. Nothing to call out. And they literally have no crazing on them. So I think these were bought probably in the 50s and put into a cabinet into somebody's salt and pepper collection, and then were never used. So Dana, thank you so much. I see you for 40. Caroline had a 38, so we're looking for 41 or more. And we are doing just in case for active bidders, so let's count them down. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. I agree, Janine. These faces are so cute. Even if you collect the UNESCO winking kitty.
Gotta have at least one piece, Miss Priss.
Exactly. Mix them in. Pretty iconic kitsch. And the left and kitsch goes together. So if you collect the cutie pies or the cats or whatever, it all just looks so good together. Even the bluebirds looks good together. Just so good. I love these. So it looks like we have Caroline and the chat froze. Okay. And then
all right, there we go.
And then we have Dana. So I'm going to assume, Dana, that yours was a just in case of 56. Would you say that, Amy? 56, and Caroline's a just in case of 57. She screwed up. So I would say that then they go to Caroline for $57. Isn't that what you're seeing?
I think so.
Okay. Yeah. I'm going to go with that because it looked like she would have put in 56 first. So, yeah, then Caroline, they're going to come to you for $57. Thank you so much. Oh, and Dana said, yep, that's what she meant. So we're good. Thank you, ladies. Congratulations.
Congratulations,
Caroline.
All right. I'm going to bring my kitties next too. And right off the bat, I'm going to tell you that they have repair. Okay. They have repair, but I couldn't leave them behind because I've never run across these in the wild. I've never even seen this set before. These are made by Artmark, Japan. God, meow meow. They're just too cute. I couldn't leave them behind. All right, both of the babies though have had neck surgery. Okay, but it's a little bit harder to see from the front side. It's a little bit easier to see the line from the back rather than the front. But Mama is in good shape. I love the big polka dot kerchief bow that she has on her head. And then the little babies, the little girl cat, I'm assuming, has a little pillbox hat with a flower. And then he has a little hat on as well. They were just too cute. I just couldn't. And I'd not seen this set before. I actually couldn't find this set. They do all have their Artmark Japan stickers on the bottom. Their chains were also detached. When I found them, I did fix the chain on Mama. She was just kind of missing the jump ring, if you will, to attach the chain. So that is the original chain there. But yes, both of the babies have had a neck repair. Okay. But ooh, see, otherwise, all right, let's show the babies. And we're just going to have Mama take a nap for a minute. All right, so back on the back side here, the line is right back. I don't know if I'm going to even get it to focus, but I can assure you that the line is there where they have both been glued back together. But, you know, the thing with these ceramics, and there's the line on the back of that one, that somebody loved these enough to want to fix them. And that is a lot of the problem with these chain families is there's not a lot of them around anymore because of that simple fact is that they got broken, and then some people don't want to fix them, and then they were just discarded and thrown away. But they're just too cute. And let's see, Mama measures 5.5 inches by 3, and each of the babies is 3.5 by 2. 3.5 by 2. They are.
So
and
good.
I know that Artmark did some other chain cat families, but I just had never seen this one before. And you guys know I'm the kitschy queen, and I just haven't seen these. And they definitely would match with the Arnart ones with the polka dot bows.
Agreed.
I think they would match very well with those. But we're going to set them. Does Mama have a neck repair? No. Mama does not have any damage on her. I don't even see like really any paint loss on the cold paint. Mama does not have a neck repair. No, Mama
Amie,
is good.
You know how many of these chain families we've collected, and I've never had the opportunity to add these to our collection. Wow. Honest to God.
It's just the babies that have the neck repair. Yep. Mama is good. The paint is actually good on all 3 of them. It's just the neck repair on the babies. But I'm going to set these down before we drop them. We're all going to have a little cat nap. Okay. And we'll bring them back at the recap.
A little sleepy time.
Okay.
$60, Amie. $60, Amie. I know, Kim. It could be. I don't have any more room in my cabinet, though. $60, and I'm gonna take a. Oh wait, whoa! We got Wanda.
Wanda. Okay. Rewind. Meow meow. Okay. All right. We're having a cat nap, and we're gonna do the countdown.
There you go.
Okay, Wanda. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, bid end. That line that you're seeing is like the top of the bow.
Right.
It makes like a shadow right there. Right. No, she does not have a neck repair.
Renee, you hit the nail on the head. The lag is real.
The lag is super real.
I don't know what's going on here. It's
super real. All right. There's the bid end from Karen. Thank you so much. All right, Miss Wanda, they are coming to you. Thank you so much. I know they will have some friends. Thank you.
All right, Amie, $60, and I'm bringing an antique from the 1920s. I have a Royal Doulton. They call these biscuit jars. So this is painted in the technique that they like to call flow blue. I have seen some of these that they had metal holders for them, but more than not, this is the way they were used. So I will show you all the details. You can see actually here, I want to hold it here. You'll see the markings on the bottom, and that stamp from Royal Doulton dates it to somewhere between the 1900s, I believe, and the 1920s. Okay, so it's a fine porcelain piece. Look at the great details of those flowers with the gold enamelware. The top is a metal silver base. It isn't sterling silver, but it has a silver top on it. It's in super good condition. The hinge has no damage. It has the gorgeous acorn on the top. It is heavily stamped and detailed with flowers. And these are fun to use for other purposes outside of biscuits. But I thought this had a very nice fall, kind of a Delft almost color to it. But they usually call this flow blue. It was in the way they used the watercolored paints to paint the flowers. There is a lot of detail, so this hinges more on the way the English like it. The Americans, when it comes to flow blue, they like it to be almost so muted. It's very hard to tell what they painted. Thank you, Dusty. It is a gorgeous piece. So here's the inside. There are no chips. There's no crazing. There's no wear to it. It is a very, very, very heavy piece. Thank you, Kim. It is in very good condition. A lot of times these biscuit jars, they fall into the same as like the pickle casters and stuff like that. They usually sell for, $80 to $100, $200. But I was just feeling it this week. I thought we'd go a little bougie with my pull for things. And I thought maybe heading into fall, somebody would want to actually use this to put their biscuits in. You can use this to put your K-cups in, be bougie on the counter. or folks just like to put these up on the shelf and display them. It measures 8 inches tall. So from the base to the top, it is 8 inches. And it measures, at the best I can measure, about 5 inches wide. So let me get in here and show you these great flowers. I can't tell you exactly what kind of flowers they are. I'm not that good at naming my flowers. This enameled style paint, if this would have been used a lot, that would have started to wear off. It is, Dusty. It is a giant nut cup. Even the line here for some of the detailing to it is still intact. So again, this pattern is from right around 1920. The stamp they used roughly, if I recall, about the 1900s to about mid-1920s. That is your Royal Doulton stamp there on the bottom, and it is very, very heavy porcelain. We're going to tilt it this way and open it up. You're going to see there are no chips or cracks. That's just a weird kind of mark on the inside of the metal. That's not like a repair or anything. I kind of tried to clean that. It didn't want to come off. So I don't know if that's just like a staining to it, but you can see how shiny that is. If you wanted to, you could polish the top to be as shiny as the inside. But I kind of liked the wear and the patina, and you can actually see the metal work there. Look how very 1920s that looks. It's starting to head into like the Nouveau era. It just, I think with some of the pieces we've been selling lately, I think this would look gorgeous, you know, in your modern display, in your modern kitchen, but it also is going to fit with that gorgeous Victorian 20s deco, all of it. It's going to fit in with it. So I thought I would take a chance, see if I could still sell an old biscuit jar on a live sale, but we're going to put it to the side and we're going to bring it back for the recap, and we're going to keep it moving. Over to you, Amy.
Okay. All right. And Haggle My Ivan, if you are still here in the chat, I have not received your information yet. If I do not before the end of the broadcast, I will pass it to a backup to make sure you're a verified buyer. Okay. Gotcha. All right. Let's see. I've got a big bisque baby. Oh, she's nice. She's real pretty. She's different. She's not quite glowy girl face. Okay, she's a little different.
Okay.
Tonight, and yes, you can see that she's just a little bit different. Her hair is a little bit different. The way that her eyes are a little bit different, but still in the same kind of style. And also, I actually found this dress to fit her. I did get this from the Northern Ohio Doll and Bear show, and I found the dress. There's a lot of vendors at the show that have like piles, like heaped piles of doll clothes, and you could just dig. You could just dig around and find stuff. And I actually did that. I dug around and I found a dress that would fit her because nothing is sorted or any kind of fashion. But she needed a dress, and I can't believe I found one there. So it had these nice, really long, kind of silky pink ties, so I could kind of wrap it around and make like a top of the dress. And I thought that it fit her perfectly. And I liked that it was blue, that it matched her bright blue eyes. So we'll get right up in here because she has tons and tons of lashes painted on her. And her hair is blonde, and she's got waves for days, really nicely painted. So just the jointed arms on her, and there's no chips on the bisque at all. She is made in Japan. She is stamped here on the back, but she's a much larger one. Hello, Phil, good to see you. She is a much larger one. She is 6.5 by about 3.5 to the widest point of her hands, but you can pose her and have her waving to her friend across the street.
Hi.
Hey, Jason.
Hello. Hello.
How's the weather? Yeah,
that's all right.
You can pose her if you want to, or you can just leave her be. But I did find the dress for her. You can take it off. It's just kind of tight on the back. So if you got something else that you'd rather her be in, you can take the dress off, but it will be included. Okay. Phil's in at 25, so we're looking for 26 or more, and I'm going to count it down. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, bid end.
This is a style I've never seen before.
Yeah, she was very different. I had not seen one quite like this either.
She's beautiful.
I just love her eyes. All right. Oh, Aaron's jumping in there. Hey, Aaron.
Hi, Aaron.
Phil's got a just in case. And there's Kieran's bid end. All right. So Philomena is going to get her for $29. Thank you so much.
$14, Amy, and I didn't have room in my preview to show this book. I have a child's book tonight.
Cute.
This one is from 1944. It is from that Merle Publishing. I will show it to you down here. It is that linen-like, that fabric-like, that kind of book that they did there in the 30s and the 40s. It's in very good condition, maybe just a little wear to the corners, but this is the 7 best stories, and it is a story a day. So this is very kitschy. The front, we have the hen. Look at that bunny on the front. I think that's Little Red Riding Hood. I think this is part of the 3 bears. I think we got the 3 little kittens up here. Look at the gingerbread man. And it is 2-sided. So it is the same exact cover, and the back are identical. The spine on it is in very good condition, so this one's not going to fall apart on you.
I've read this one before.
This one's really different. I really couldn't find many examples of this. The Merle Publishing, I couldn't. This one came with from the same estate that the one I offered last Thursday came from. This Merle Publishing, I can't find a ton of them. Do you know what I mean? I don't know if that they didn't publish as many. I don't know if more of them got ruined, but it seems to be just a little harder company to find some of these, and this one is really fun. And the inside has no writing in it, and it's very, very vibrant on the inside. So here I will show you this. This is one of the first stories, and this one is the gingerbread boy. So one of the stories is a little gingerbread boy. Look how surprised she is that he came. Woo! He came darting out of the oven.
Yeah, no kidding. I would be too.
He's hanging out with a fox, having fun. And again, this book measures 13 by 9.5. So fun graphics there. Fun story that you guys can read. So that's one of the stories in there. Then, of course, we have Goldilocks and the 3 Bears. That is the second in 7 stories that you can read. Look at those fun graphics. There's the table, Mama Bear, Daddy Bear, Baby Bear. There's Goldilocks, surprised that she, wakes up. They're like, "What are you doing?" She's like, "What are you doing?" It's a whole thing. So that's fun. And this is just a really, really different book. So there's the 3 Bears. Then we have the Tale of Peter Rabbit. So this definitely could be one of those books that you use in different, holidays, different displays. This one you could use at the Easter time. Look how fun he is in his traditional little blue jacket there. There's the whole clan hanging out. There he is out there in the field. And again, these seem to be little shorter stories from maybe the longer ones that we all know. Look at Mom up here. Look at the mom bunny there. She has a little umbrella, and it's got a little dog head there on the tip.
It's so brightly colored.
It's the details in it, too. And like I said, no youngster wrote in them. It's that linen-like, that textured book that they used. So this is the story of Teddy B, which I don't really know this one. I don't know that one that well. I've never read or heard that one. But it looks like we have a whole circus gang hanging out. Thank you, Noreen, for your 14. So we're looking for 15 or more. That one's a different one for me. I think that would be fun just to read and have that one. Little bear here is getting into his raspberry jam. He's getting into his raspberry jam, which is fun. Okay, we'll keep it moving here. We'll go real quick here. We have Little Red Riding Hood, another traditional, story. So I forget, I lost count. But again, there's 7 in here. I think we got like 2 more. This one, if you guys love cats and you love the 3 little kittens, these are some of the best graphics of the 3 little kittens that I've seen in a long time. So look at these 3 little chubby little kitty cats there. They're in their primary colors. There's Mama Cat. I just think this is really cute. Look at their mittens. Then they're each wearing the opposite color of the mittens. Just super fun. And again, there might be just the slightest little wear here or there. So right there at my finger, you can see there's a little browning right there. But no little youngster wrote in them. And then the last one here is the Little Red Hen. I'm not even too familiar in the Little Red Hen, but these graphics are super kitschy. 1944 is when this book is from, 1944. So again, if you collect these child books, I think this is one that you're not going to easily find or maybe already have in your collection. And then again, you can see there's everybody we sort of showed. So Amy, did I miss did You did the fish, but not the goose, right?
Fish. Goose.
Would she be talking about the wall pocket?
I do have one more fish wall pocket.
Okay.
Yeah, I do have one more fish.
All right. Well,
but no, I haven't got the goose yet either.
Okay. Noreen's in at 14, so we're looking for 15 or more. This is by Merle Publishing. It's from 1944. It's not rare, but it's a harder child's book to find if you collect them. So
I've never seen that one.
It's one you don't. And I couldn't find many examples online of it either. So from 1944, let's go ahead and count it down. We're now looking for 16 or more. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. Noreen is back in at 16. Dana is in at 17. So we're looking for 18 or more from 1944. Minimal wear, no real disclaimers to call out. It is that fabric style material that they use for these books, and it's just even that alone if you wanted to frame. So there's the bid end from Karen G. Thank you so much, Karen. So Noreen, congratulations. The book is yours for $18. Congratulations, and thank you for the bids too, Dana. Thank you guys so much.
Okay. All right. I have a lot for my next round. So you're going to get everything that you're going to see. I had them out already, but I had to quickly put them away so Parmesan wouldn't run off with them, because inevitably he will if I leave these out. I had them in like a little storage bag, so they were a little protected, and you'll see why. All right, so I do have a lot of vintage chenille birds. So you're going to get all three of these together, and these are definitely older chenille, and they're all completely chenille. And then their legs are wire. All right. And I'll show you each one, but this isn't for choice. You're going to get all three of them. It's a little flock of chenille birds, and they're all different colors. So we'll start with the big guy. He's very cool. I think these are like a tropical style of bird. So he's got kind of, they're dark gray, like kind of really tiny thread wrapped wire feet, and you can bend them. You can like bend the tail, bend the wings, bend anything on these birds to make them how that you want. Oh, of course you come back when I get the birds out. And they have tiny itty bitty little eyes, and he's just very cool. And he's got kind of like a turquoise almost, like a light minty green turquoise for his tail feathers. You can see. So they're all kind of like hand painted, if you will, and then really soft belly. And this one is the largest one of the bunch. And then the next one here, this one's kind of like magenta pink. So it's not quite red, it's magenta pink. And then the stripes on this one are like a darker purple and a little bit of pink mixed in there. And this one has kind of a peachy string and then just brown wire feet. And this one actually, I think it has like a little tiny paper Japan label underneath there. It's very hard to see though. And then the third one I think is my favorite, although I really like the big one, is kind of cool. But this one is turquoise for the body. And then it's got bright magenta and kind of navy blue stripes going on for this one. Tiny itty bitty little seed bead and the little beak there. So they're all flexible, so you can pose the feathers, do whatever you want to do with these. These are getting harder to find. I know that I've seen some that they have at the Midwest Holiday Show. They're much, much fancier. They have longer tail feathers and everything with them. And they're hundreds of dollars. I'm not sure why. And these are all in good condition. They can all freestand. I did have them standing up on my board before Mr. Parmesan tried to come up here the first time, but we'll get them all standing again so you can see.
Gosh, Amy, when I see these, usually they're at least 16 a piece, not for the whole lot.
Yeah.
Like, that's...
Okay. There they all are. There they all are. before we put them for the recap, let's see. The largest one is 4 inches by 3 1/4. And then both of the other ones are 3 by 1 1/4. All right, so this one is definitely much larger than the other ones, but we'll go ahead and bring those back. We'll get Jason started. There we go.
All right, this will be $14 choice, and I have some compacts, okay? And these are metal compacts from the 1930s. They are in good condition. They do have some of your typical wear, and I think the wear on them is from storage. So this one, I'm going to have to keep moving until I get a glare off of it. This one has this gorgeous, almost silhouette, or this gorgeous, like very Nouveau or Deco style woman on the front. So hopefully you guys are seeing that. And it actually has like a bow behind her. It kind of looks like a bow and arrow. And it sort of has this like leaf pattern coming off the bottom of her. But from years of storage and the way the lights are hitting it. So did you want to, Nancy, she wants the birds. Did you want to do a count?
I'll just write them down for you. I'll just write them down. We can just keep Jason, you keep going. You got it, Nancy. Thank you.
All right. Congratulations, Nancy. They're yours. So this one is going to be your first one. And again, those could be polished light scratches if you wanted to do so. But honestly, the light's very abrasive for these metal compacts. So it's really, really showing it. But this one's a really neat one. That kind of looks like it's not laser cut, but it really looks like it is a perfection cut. Look at how gorgeous that woman's bust is. Her head, the bust on her is just fantastic. It is gold. You can see it is a compact. There is just a little patina to it. The dimension on it is about 3 3/4 inches wide. The diameter is 3 3/4 inches wide. Okay. This one is made by Elgin American. Okay. So there's what your back looks like. Now, when you open this one has a little bit of powder in it still. So I don't want to tilt it too far, but you can see that the mirror is in there. And then right there in the middle, that's where you can see on the little puff where you would put the powder on. It says that it is Elgin American right there. So compacts, got a little, little puff of powder there. The compacts have really come back in fashion. They're really selling at Mother Tucker's. So this is a really nice example of this. And I want to quit moving it, but I want you guys to get an idea. There you go, of what her face looks like all the way to her lips. She even has that lock of hair there in the back. Really neat. And in the way they kind of curled and cut, divided the hair. So that'll be your first one. That's 3 3/4 inches in diameter, and it's round. This one, again, I don't know how or why it has so much wear on the back, but I'll show it to you because this one has never been used. And I'll show you how I know that in a minute. This one is made by J.V. Pilcher. I think it is Pilcher. And again, I'll show you why I know that in a moment. This one has silver and gold and all these great deco style flares coming off of it. And this might even be more out of the 30s. This one might even hinge into the 50s almost. Okay. So there's that. I think the wear on this is, I think some lady may have kept this in her purse, but never really used it all that much. So you can see there's a little bit of wear. And this one measures 3 1/4 by 3 1/4. And then I want to open it here. You can see that the mirror is in superb condition, but it has the little safety paper still on it. And it just has a slight little tear there, I think, due to just due to wear. I don't think somebody actually opened that paper each time they wanted to use it. So I think just from years of, deterioration, I think the paper split. So this one, I'm going to technically even tell you, I even think it's new. So, and it has not been used. So it is a really beautiful compact. Again, I think these are nice examples. If you guys collect these, ladies like to mix them in with their hats and their gloves and their things maybe on their dressing table. And this one, I think, is one that you don't find that often. So hopefully you guys are getting the effect. I'm looking at my phone with the lag. Yeah, I think you guys can see what's going on there. So this one has been used. This one, I do believe, is from the 1930s. This one is either the 30s or the 50s. I'm thinking more 50s, though, to be honest with you. That one measures 3 1/4 by 3 1/4. This one is 3 1/4 on the square. This one is almost 4 inches in diameter. I'm trying to be too specific. Let's just make it easy on everybody. It's almost 4 inches in diameter and in really good condition. I don't think you guys care if it's off by 1/4 of an inch from my measurement. So we're going to bring them back for the recap. Let's keep moving, Amy, before we run out of time here. Thank you.
Okay.
Just bring them back.
All right. Oh, Nancy's in.
Oh, wait. All right, Nancy, let's just do a quick countdown. It's
Lag.
14 choice. Thank you, Nancy. So 14 choice, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. Thank you so much, Nikki. I think they're fantastic too. 15 or more. And if there's no other bids, Nancy, let me know. Did you want the round or the square? They're both yours. Thank you so much. Congrats, Nancy. Thank you. Thank you.
All right. I'm going to go back. Here we go. Okay. Oh my gosh. Hang on. He's chasing something in the curtain. Just a minute.
Gotcha. Thank you so much, Nancy. I'm just going to write you down here. THAN. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. We're going to sit
This cat, I swear. He found a binder clip.
Right.
That's what he was playing with in the curtain. Yeah, the binder clip.
He's being next Snooksy. He's being next Snooksy tonight.
He is. He's being extra spicy. Okay. All right. So this is a lot. All right. So you're going to get both of these things together. All right. So first, I'll show this. First, you get this awesome brass display easel. And it's a big one. It's a decent sized one. No marking, no manufacturer on this one. I'm not quite sure entirely of the age of this. It could be any number of things, but it is really nicely detailed. It's in good shape. The easel back here, so this will fold flat. All right, but it is dimensional to hold something pretty thick. A lot of people display paintings or framed things in these, and it's a nice, hefty, heavy-duty one. And what I'm including with this, and that's why actually I found this first, and then I found this. So that's why they are paired together. So they look pretty darn good together. And so what this is this is an album cover. So a Victorian cabinet card album cover. And I loved the imagery on it. But sadly, the rest of the thing is missing. I just found the cover. Okay. But I thought it was worth saving because it could instantly be turned into art. Okay. And it is celluloid. And it has this awesome scene of birds on here. Sandra, I see you. And Heather. Hey, Heather, good to see you. There is a little crack right here at the bottom of the celluloid, FYI. All right. And over here, this is where the clasp would have been on the side of the album. Okay, so, but otherwise, I think it's just lovely. There's this really nice floral, kind of embossed, if you will, border up here. And then there's kind of like leaves and things at the top. I love the birds. And there's even, if you look in here, there's like a little church, and then there's a little house out here. There's even a little guy walking through the field, and the lovely flowers on the side. I thought it was worth saving.
It is.
I don't know. I just had a vision, and I was like, now I need to find something to do with this. And then I found the stand. And it was like a 3-week process of finding these to go together. So you're going to get the pair, and it does stand. I had this in my preview this way. It does hold the weight of the album cover just fine, but you can use the stand for pretty much anything that you want to put on it. All right. So before we count it down, the stand is 10.5 tall by about 5 inches at the widest point. Okay. And then the cover itself is 10.5 by 8. Okay. So you're going to get the pair. Do what you will, do what you want to do with it. And I know both of these ladies bidding, or all 3 of these ladies bidding, probably have a vision already. All right, let's count it down. We're looking for 27 or more on the pairing. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, bid end. And my suspicion with the rest of this album is that I bet you that the velvet that made the rest of the album was kind of this leafy motif in the reds and greens. That's what I think. I would love to see the rest of this, but sadly it was no longer there. All right. There is the bid end from Karen. Thank you so much. All right, looks like Heather had a bid of 29, but Sandra had a just in case of 35. So Sandra, the pairing is yours for 30. Congratulations. Thank you so much.
$22, Amy. And before I get into this, it's going to start at $22. I've collected flamingos for years. This is a very, very desirable double flamingo vase. The reason why it's starting only at $22 is because it has a chip, okay? So it still is displayable. If you love the California pottery, 1950s, maybe 1940s, flamingos, this is a very, like I just said, very desirable piece. So you can see it displays beautifully. The chip is right there, okay? So 9 times out of 10, you're going to display it this way or this way. And unless somebody gets up close, they're not going to see that chip. Truth be told, when I bought this, I did not know it had a chip. Usually these sell for anywhere between $60 and up, okay, with no damage, because usually they have a neck repair. So if you're into flamingos and into the 1950s kind of Floridian look, $22 would be a great piece until you find one in better condition. So it is actually marked here on the bottom. Let me flip it so you can see it where it says made. I think it says made out of California. That's the way they stamped them in the 50s. So there is embossing. There you go. Made out of, and they abbreviated California right there. So it's made out of California. Again, it's a beautiful double flamingo vase, very clean on the inside. The chip is on the side, so you do not see it unless you're going to display it on the side, which I don't know that you necessarily are. The other side has no damage. But these flamingo pieces, if it didn't have the damage, it could be 4 times what I'm starting it at. 7 inches wide, so it's 7 inches from the flamingo's neck to the flamingo's neck.
I think that's a Maddox.
5 inches tall.
California. It
is. It is. I was going to say that's it's in my notes. It is. It's Maddox of California is what it is, which that is a very desirable ceramic company out of California. They were known for their birds, and they were very much known for their flamingos. And this is one of the pieces that even with the damage, it's still desired. Folks, I do know folks that collect flamingos, this could be a pinnacle of their collection, the double-handled. And usually when they come up on eBay or if they're in an antique store, they sell very easily. So I thought maybe our friends would like, some 1950s summer kind of flamingo. Usually the damage is on the neck, beak, or face. None of that is here. And I was going to also say, usually the Maddox flamingos are known for the orangish yellow behind the eye there. They're known for the airbrushing technique. And this is just a gorgeous, gorgeous piece. And it's in essence, it would be your double. The flamingos kind of take the place of the double-handled for your double-handled, vase. So then their kind of feathers sprawl out, and then they do all this other great airbrushing. So, and if you're good enough, you could touch that up if you want to. And I believe that between me purchasing it and getting it, I got a feeling that person is the one that damaged it, but we won't get into that. So Robin, thank you so much for your 22. We're looking for 23 or more. No issues except for the chip there on the side. And I think we all know that you're displaying it this way. So if I was putting it into my collection, it wouldn't bother me because you're going to display it here and you're not going to see it. So $23 or more, made out of California, also made by Maddox. It just doesn't have their foil sticker on it anymore. And it measures 7 by 5, a very desired flamingo piece. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. I agree with you, William. But I think as a reseller, we're kind of programmed to make sure we always call out and make sure our buyers know the damage. And I know sometimes me and Amie are so doggone honest. We want you to know exactly what you're getting. So, Robin, congratulations. It's coming to you for $22. Thank you so much.
All right. I have my Nancy and Storybook doll of the evening, and she's going to start at 16. All right. So what I can tell you about her, she looks a little different. She is a pinch face. So that's what this face style is called, is pinch face. And she is jointed, fully jointed. So she does have a jointed head, jointed arms, and jointed legs. All right. And she is dressed in this fun, kind of darker style rainbow with a little pleated skirt on the front. And she is number 169, and her name is the Goose Girl. The Goose Girl. So I couldn't have the Goose Girl without a goose.
There you go.
So she's gonna come along with this flock. This is a Russ, I believe it's a Russ, flocked little goose. She needed it, right? Her name is the Goose Girl. So she had to have a little flocking amazing goose to come along with her. And then this is her little kind of hair scarf. It's kind of like a little lacy hair scarf. That is original to her. And on the backside, the dress does have the snap. So this is a little later one. They did the pinch face style a little bit later, and then some of the other body styles. And there's lots of different variations of the Goose Girl, but this is the pinch face one. She does measure 5.5 inches. 5.5 inches tall. All right. And her little goose friend will be included. I didn't measure Goose Friend. He is, let me see. He looks to be, he's a little shy of 3 inches. A little shy of 3 inches tall. But he's going to come along with, all right. Let's count it down. I see Nancy is got the high bid right now at 19. I saw Sandra and Debbie both in there as well. So we are looking for 20 or more on the pairing. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, bid end.
I have never seen a Nancy Ann doll with that kind of hair.
I don't come across that cream very often. I don't. I forgot to show that her little pantaloons that are usually white underneath,
right,
are plaid, and they match the dress.
That is so good.
All right, Debbie, I see you just in case, right there before Karen's bid end. All right, so Nancy had the high bid at 19. So Miss Gutierrez, she is coming to you for 20. Thank you so much.
$28, Amie, and I have a vintage 28 vintage foil art, reverse painted. Boy, my words are weird tonight. It is reverse painted. It is also, they also call these silhouettes. So this is a fun depiction of a gorgeous Victorian scene. They're kind of walking through the flower fields. You can see her very large dress with her daughter and maybe her mister. They're heading out for their summer picnic. So I thought this would be great in what's left of your summer displays, or maybe use this next year, or you could leave it out, of course, all year round. There is just a slight little bit of wear here. Up here, looks like a little bit of the paint wore away. And it looks like a little bit of the paint wore away right there behind his hat. So, but this is a creamy yellow kind of color. Then, of course, behind the reverse painting is all of the different colored foil that they use to give this some 3-dimension and some color. So you have some of the bell style flowers down there on the bottom. I'm trying to show you all the very deco designed flowers. Then you can see the young girl has her basket in her hand, and she has like some lace and polka dots. The lady does have a huge bustle. Kim, absolutely. She has her umbrella or parasol there. Just a fun scene. And look at how he is got like his his collar there, and his jacket. It's just really, really, really fun. In person, you'll see that's all 3D. You have some silvers and pinks. There, that's pink up there. And then this is kind of muted golds and silvers mixed in all the way down through there. The picture measures 13, so it's 13 inches by about 9.5 across. So 13 by 9.5 inches across. This seems to be one of the more iconic ones. Some of the other foil arts that I showed I had never seen before. This one seems to be really desired and collectible. When I see it on other platforms, there's a pretty good sell-through rate on it. The frame on it is I'm kind of on the fence. I do believe that it is wood. For a minute, I thought it was maybe one of the plastic frames, but now I'm certain that I can see in the corner that the frame is made of wood. It has some of the gold details all the way around, and it's just in very, very good condition. I know I was doing pretty well with these foil arts. Some guys were, folks were really liking them for their gallery walls. You don't have to have a liking for the Victorian era to like these. These kind of carried through the mid-century. When you see, people's decors throughout the 50s and 60s, some of the early American decor, folks would hang those on the wall. So it has what I believe its original wire on the back. I think it's going to hang really, really easy for you. That's old school. They have the nails kind of holding everything in. Man, that was the old way of doing it. But just note there is a little bit of wear here to the reverse painting. Again, this is like a creamy kind of yellow. You can see there's some wear here. I don't know if at one point this got taken out of the frame and maybe somebody scratched it, putting it back in. But again, look how beautiful that is. She has a flower in her bonnet. You can see the complete silhouette of her, even her eyelashes. You can even see her eyelashes. There you can see the detail that I'm speaking of, the foil behind there, and his jacket is silver, and then the basket is a gold tone. There's gold tone in his hat, and then you can see kind of the pink there that they used throughout the whole entire piece. So, but everywhere I find this, they say this one is from the 1930s, which I believe. So I can't tell you the company because the paper is not on the back anymore, so I'm not confident enough to tell you what company I might think it is. But we're going to set it to the side, and we will bring it back for the recap. Okay. Over to you, Amy.
All right. Okay, I don't know. 1, 2, 3. I think we have 5. I think we have 5 rounds left. I think, if I'm counting correctly. I could be wrong. All right. This is very cool, and it is the Tennyson birthday book. If you've not seen one of these before, there's different variations of this, and it's also coming along. You see this little kitty peeking out here. It's also coming with this little birthday primer card. I thought this was cute for a bookmark in here. So it's coming with this as well. So I'll start with this. Is this cute little kind of 1930s style birthday primer card. When it comes to wishes, I know my P's and Q's. P is for pleasures I hope you will get, and also for perfect, the birthday yet. Q is for quit, which I'm not going to do till I've wished quite the best in the whole world for you. Meow meow. So it's just a little, and it does have a signature in here, but I thought it was cute for a bookmark. And it definitely matches the theme of this book. So the Tennyson birthday book, it just has a little wear mark right here. I could not get that off. I did try to, I think it might be a spot of paint, although I'm not sure. But the cover art and the binding have these gold gilded leaves. And we'll open it up here. And there is a picture, if I can get to it, of Tennyson. If you're not familiar with Tennyson, Lord Tennyson, if you will, poet. All right, so this birthday book, here we go. It's the Tennyson birthday book, and it's from 1910. All right, so what this is, you would keep this, and your family, yourself, your friends, you could write all of their birthdays in here, and each of their birthdays has a coordinating Tennyson little poem to go along with it. Like I said, there's different variations with different poets, different quotations, if you will, for each birthday as we go along. So like January 1st, there's 2 birthdays. So you'd write the name of the person that you knew had a birthday on that day. So it looks like Ada and Dennis both shared January 1st birthdays. And then it would have the little quotation there. Well, thank you, William. I appreciate that. All right, Wings is in as well. So there are writings throughout the book. And when I found this, I flipped to mine. Naturally, I would flip. So let me get back to May 24th because I remember reading it. Somebody did share my birthday back in 1910, which I think is cool. Yes, Mary Pauline Ashland shares my birthday, and that says, he fought his doubts and gathered strength. He would not make his judgment blind. He faced the specters of the mind and laid them. So that's what it says for that. So, I mean, there's lots of blank spaces in here, which I like. There's quite a few birthdays actually filled out in here, which is fun. What other? Okay, today is August 28th. So we'll flip to that one. August 24th. Okay, so there's no birthday on August 28th. Whether we wake or whether we sleep or whether we die. How are you? Why am I? Who will riddle me the how and the why? Is what it says for August 28th. Does anybody have a birthday they want me to read? So that would be Miss Janet's quotation for today.
Amy, what's mine? September 26th. Since you're close there.
I am
what
pretty
does
close.
Mine say?
27, 26. Oh, you do share a birthday with Miss Jess A. Gerhardt.
Okay.
Here is the signature. It says, if mind were all that she'd seemed, and her smile were all that I dreamed, then the world were not so bitter, but a smile could make it sweet.
Okay. All right. All right.
Okay. And there's all sorts of things filled in here. And just for fun, we'll look at Christmas. Why not? I always got to look at Christmas.
I'm with you.
What about October? Oh, Halloween. Let's look at October 31st. I was expecting there to be a pumpkin in here.
Okay, right.
No birthdays on Halloween. Life is not as idle ore, but iron dug from central gloom, and heated hot and burning fears, and battered with the shocks of doom to shape and use.
Wow. That's good. I like that.
For Halloween. All right, let's flip to Christmas here. Oh, there is one. There's a birthday in here on Christmas Day.
If there would have said Jesus there, I'd have died. If it would have said Jesus, I'd have died.
Carol Greifenberg, I think that's what it says. The Christmas bells from hill to hill answer each other in the mist. Peace and goodwill, goodwill and peace and goodwill to all mankind. That's what it says for Christmas Day. That's fun.
That's good.
That's fun. So yeah, you can look up look up different dates in here, read what it says. I think it's fun.
Right.
But you are also going to get the little kitty birthday card, and I thought it looks cute peeking out of the top there.
That's good.
All right, so I see Wings was in there at 20. So we are looking for 21 or more, and I'm going to count it down. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, a dead end.
That's a fun book, Amy.
1910.
It's good.
Yep. All right, Nikki, I see at 21. I see some just in cases there at the end. There is Karen G's bid end. All right, at the end there, it looks like Nikki had a just in case of 25. Renee had a just in case of 26, but Wings had a just in case of 50. So Wings, it's coming to you for 27. Thank you so much.
$18, Amy, and I have an antique magazine here. This was a very popular article magazine for back in the day. It's the Delineator. These books were known kind of for ladies. They always covered some of these things in these magazines. They always covered fashion, literature, articles, home life, and social issues. So the cover itself is fun. And one of the things I was kind of going with tonight is you have this Victorian style woman there with her child and daughter, I believe. And then I have this coming later, the Bisque doll. So I kind of thought if you were going to use that in your display, you could put her with it. So I was just kind of showing you what I was going for. So this one is from April of 1905, It's in very, very good condition. When I started researching this magazine, every one I found was $50. $50. That's what they wanted for it.
Whoa.
So I think for not this exact year, but any of these, it was all like $50. So I figure if you want a fun book to leaf through, this is filled with tons of antique advertising pieces, the advertising ads in it. And I just will quickly show you some of the fun pictures that are in it. But we're going to start it with the back, which if you guys love Colgate ads, this one is really, really cool. You can see there's a violet talc right there with the Dutch girl. And then we have the dental powder. So how fun would this be if you had one of those old like containers of that? You could use that in your display. Look how wide this magazine is. I don't know if you guys can see. It's a nice thick magazine. Even the spine is
What's
really
the date
good.
on that?
This is from 1905, April of 1905. And it has a ton of, this is going to really be popular at Easter time. There's a ton of Easter bonnets in here. This is all dedicated to Easter time. So I will quickly show you what's on the inside. But if you are going to decorate in your Easter collection and you're into the Easter bonnets, which I know we all love that song, all that Victorian era stuff, this is your book if you're into Easter and Victorian era, along with advertising. It measures 11 by 8.5. So it is just like the magazine from last week. It's your average sheet of average like a piece of paper. Okay. There's a little tear here to the front page. Okay. But it's nothing major. But like, for example, you guys, I know we all know who Buster Brown is. That is just a fun ad in of itself.
Cool.
Look at Buster Brown there with the little dog. Look at some of these graphics here on the inside for corsets. That alone, I think, look at it's sort of the same kind of corset styles from the other magazine. So $18 if anyone's interested in it. It is from 1905. So I don't want to tear it anymore, but I'm going to quickly show you here that this is the this would have been like hot off the press. This is the dresses and the gossip of Paris. So this is what is coming out of France as for fashion wise, and it's a whole discussion on how they feel that fashion is going to go for the remainder of 1905 and into the years up and coming. So you can see, look how great some of these pictures are. It's really fun. Some of the articles are really, really fun to read. There are 2 color pages in it. This is one of the 2 color pages.
That's awesome.
The new owner can enjoy it and be surprised. I don't want to steal all of it. Then it has all these different advertisements for other dresses that are from 1905 in that Victorian era, okay? So now we've covered some of the fashion in here. Here is one of the black and whites. Look how gorgeous these 2 ladies are with the big feathers in their hats. Very period correct, of course, because it's from 1905. Still talking about fashion. This one hinged a lot on fashion. So now we're going to get into your spring millinery, which are your hats. Look how fun all of these Easter bonnets are. The different fashions for 1905. I think that's really, really fun. That I'm not condoning hurting the book, but if you wanted to frame things or photocopy and scan them, I think that would look really fun, kind of put into a large oval frame. That's what I might do if I was going to do that with it. So we're going to keep going here as fast as we can. This covered some of the different theater acts because we don't have TV. Look at the comedy and tragedy faces there. We have the theater, some of the actors and actresses of 1905. I don't want to take up too much time, but I do want to show you some of the fun things in it. This is called your modern house. So this kind of covers some of those Sears and Roebuck style houses. This shows you your new style house for 1905. It gives you how you're supposed to decorate it. It gives you your layout for 1905. So if you guys are trying to maybe recreate a vintage sort of maybe turn of the century Victorian style house, I think this is going to help you be period correct if you didn't already know so. Here's even the floor plans for the second floor. So it shows you the first and second floor, kind of the bump outs for the rooms, kind of your parlor rooms, stuff like that. So if you weren't up on all of your Victorian slang, there you go. This is actually an animal fairy tale. It's written by the same author that wrote The Wizard of Oz. So if you guys are into The Wizard of Oz and the novels, here you're going to have one of the stories that he wrote for the magazine. So if you collect those books, now you're going to have a So
That's cool.
gonna have a story by him that I don't think you're gonna have in your collection. Here you have the you have a child. This is kind of a child's story written by this author. But look at these graphics here. Can you guys see the fairies in there?
Oh my gosh, look at the fairy graphics.
You can see the nymphs in there. You can see the jesters in there. Very out of the 1900s. Wow. So that's fun. And I'll just show you one or two more pages real quick. We're not going to waste a lot of time, but this teaches you how to make doilies. So if you're into maybe 1920s doily making, so you can be authentic. Again, all these pages have oodles and oodles of advertising. Look at the Thompsons. That is for glove fitting. So that's a fun ad. Back here, if you actually want to make some desserts for the time, look at how they tell you how to make the Easter basket. So these would have been all your Easter desserts in there. So now we're going to get into the Easter part of it. Look at the Easter ad here by Swift's Premium Hams.
Oh, wow. That's
and
cool.
Bacon. That's fun for your Easter. And then again, each page has tons and tons of advertising. And then we're going to end with this. It's advertising some of the ladies' shirts. So you can see how puffy the Victorian era shirts are. And then it has just tons and tons. All these pages in the back. Pianos. All sorts of other ads. Here, this one teaches you, that's an advertisement for paints. Paints beautify your home. So 1905. Wow. Wings is in at 20. This one didn't come available too many times on another platform. So it's in superb shape. So 21 or more. Let's count it down. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. We're looking for 21 or more. Or the bid end from Karen G. The magazine is 1905. Delineator. And I think it went out of publication by the 20s. That's the history I have, like by the 20s. And then it was a different name. So this, I think, started in the mid-1880s. I think it was like 1882 or something. So there's the bid end. Thank you so much. Robin's just in case, but Wings, it's coming to you for $33. Thank you so much.
Congratulations. That's very cool. Very
It's a
cool.
neat one. It's a neat
I
one.
think that might be the oldest magazine that we've had.
I think
I
you're
can
right.
recall seeing.
Yeah.
I think that might be the oldest one.
Yeah.
I think the oldest one I've had is like the 20s or the teens, maybe. I think you beat me. The oldest one. I mean, the fact that it's in that good shape.
I know.
Crazy.
I know.
Crazy.
I know.
It must have been stored like immaculate.
It was.
Like, somebody really took care of that magazine.
The same estate as last week's, so they must have
Oh,
had him in a.
okay. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Now, before I bring this gal out, she's a little disheveled, FYI. But I liked that about her, and I thought she needed rescuing, and then I zhuzhed her up with some pins. Okay. So here we go. Here is a little Kewpie, celluloid Kewpie pin cushion. All right. Now, she has some wear. Okay. Obviously, she has some wear. Now, the body of her is silk. Okay. So it's that same silk lining that would be in the inside of jewelry caskets. All right. Exactly the same. So the silk obviously has some wear to it. Okay. And I'll show you the bottom and everything. There's a good bit of it left. All right. But there is some wear to the silk. But somebody made this. I don't know how long ago, but probably quite a bit. And we have a little celluloid jointed cube here at the center. She's got a little kind of little trim headband going on. And then there is even a little hanger. All right. That's so she can hang if you want her to. I think she could definitely hang on the wall if you wanted to. Now, I found her first, and I was like, she needs some really fancy pins to go in her pin cushion. All right, before we look at the pins, I will show you the back side. So, you know, there is some staining, there is some wear to the silk, there is some holes, that sort of thing. No cracking on the celluloid Kewpie. And I do believe she probably has legs that are down in the pin cushion. That's what they usually are, depending on what kind of doll they're made out of. The rest of their body is usually in there. Her arms are a little loose, FYI. Her arms are a little loose, but they are both there. All right, so I got these fancy pins to go along with her. She needed some bling in her life. So this one here has kind of like a little rhinestone. I don't believe that this one is super old. All right. I think this one's probably a newer one. But it has this really nice kind of rhinestone encrusted bead and a couple other ones and the pearl head. All right. And then this one is a little bit older, just kind of like a grayish pearl straight pin. And then this one here is the longest one of the bunch. And it has kind of this black velvet little flower on the top of it. Okay. So you're going to get the pins with her. And of course you can add hat pins or whatever else in there too, as she is a pin cushion. I see Philomena's in at 16. Thank you so much. Measurement for her real quick. She is 5.5 inches to the top of her little cupie point and about 3.5 at the widest point. Okay, so you're going to get the pins with her as well. I did find her without pins originally, but I'm including those because she needed some. I needed some sparkle. All right, let's count her down. We're looking for 17 or more. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. I rescued her out of a case. I don't know how long she's been in that case, but I thought I'd take a chance on her. She's cute.
Oh, did you see that? What Elaine said?
Oh, that's okay. I see that.
All right.
That is a good idea. I've actually seen hanging pin cushions, like just more of a square or circle, or those crocheted hearts like that have a hanger on it for that. And that is probably exactly what she was intended for. Absolutely. Okay, Kieran, thank you for the bid end. I appreciate it. Philomena, you did need your just in case. She's coming to you. Thank you so much.
$30 choice, Amy, and I actually previewed one of each, so I had to bring them both. I have sets, so I actually had one from one set and one from another set, so I thought to be fair, we'll do choice. So this is your first set of these convex frame silhouettes. These are your courting couples, and they do have a good fall flare to them. So this will be your first choice at $30 for the set, okay? So this one has its original hanger on it still. This one is missing its hanger, but with the little hole there or the slot in the cardboard, I've had a long enough nail and they hang just fine. So they have tin around them, cardboard backs, and then they have this cardboard background, and then this is like a reverse painted silhouette on it, okay? So you have this fun courting couple. They're kind of out there, and you can see like the change of the leaves. So this has a really fun fall decor. I keep moving it because I can see the glare. So that's your kind of fall. It will look good in the next couple months coming up. Both sets measure 5 by 4, 5 by 4. So you're getting a set, which makes them $15 each. So I think that's a doggone good price for these convex glass silhouettes, and these have become very, very popular again. So this is going to be your first choice, and this one we're going to call couple. And they're kind of in front of the waterfront. He's presenting her with a flower. She's very happy. These are scenes that I have not seen before. I know they made hundreds of these scenes, but this is like a courting couple, Victorian era, and none of these have I seen before. So this is going to be your first choice at $30, okay? This one's really fun for fall. This one is a child and his mother, or a child and maybe his sister, and you can see that they're raking leaves, so it's falling leaves. So this would look great in the background for fall. So here he's got his little basket gathering the leaves. You can see them coming down off the tree, and she has her rake there. This one does have a line in the glass, okay? So that one does have a line in the glass. But other than that, in very, very good condition because they both have their original hooks on the back. So they measure 5 by 4, 5 by 4. And again, this will be your second set. And you have the little guy there. He's got his rake. You can see the leaves coming off the wall, coming off the tree there. And then the background, I just think they're really neat for the upcoming season that we're heading into. So
yeah, they are very different with the scenes in the background like that. Usually they're much like, I don't know, plain is not really the word I'm looking for, but
right.
not as detailed in the background as they are for the silhouettes.
No, and I think it's really neat that heading into the fall here, you know, if you're going to do a display, you can put these in the back and use this as the background for your fall decor, especially with the way the leaves are falling off those trees. And look how the colors are changing, all those great oranges and browns back there for the season. So this would be your second choice. Usually they look good hung, however you want to hang them. They are tin around the outside. Please note that the one has a line here in the glass. Okay, I don't really think that's a big deal breaker. And this is the convex glass. So you can see that it is like bubble glass. I know back in the day we called this just bubble glass. So this will be your second set. And this one we're going to call Boy. We'll just call this one Boy because the young little boy is there. 5x4. And this one is the second set in very good condition. I'm not sure of the manufacturer of these because they do not have an original tag on them anymore. So that'll be your second set. This was your first set. We have the Victorian courting couples here. That one's really fun with the ocean sort of breaking in against the coastline. You have some of the leaves kind of dangling down off the tree, kind of falling. I kind of think these would be even neat at Valentine's Day. She is, you know, receiving a flower from him, very happy to have it. Here, he and her are sort of, I don't know, kind of courting one another. And there's just some great detail. And that is not rust. That is the way they painted the side there, kind of with a brown stripe. So please don't think that that's rust on the side where the tin is. So again, I think they're fun sets. And if you bought them both, you could kind of mix and match them if you want to. And they're, like I said earlier, this set is missing the hook on that one. But with the little slot in the cardboard, I don't think you're going to have a problem putting a nail in there. So we'll bring them back for the recap. Over to you, Amy.
Okay. All right. Let me just have a few more rounds left. Yes. Okay. We will do a recap at the end as well before our community share tonight. All right. I have a Joseph Originals, a little girl figurine. There we go. I was hoping my camera would focus on her. She is not one that I've ever come across in the wild before. There is a series of these girls doing different things for the kitchen. And it's from the Little Homemakers or Little Housekeepers series. And she's got her little pigtails and she's frying up an egg in her little frying pan. Very different from the birthday girls that we typically see for these, but around the same size. Now, I will say that she has, on the end of the frying pan, there's a little tiny pinpoint flea bite on the very end of the frying pan. It's hard to see, but there's a little white spot right there. And there's also a little white spot on the very end of her pigtail. So the very point of her pigtail, there's a little flea bite as well. But no other chips or damage on her. She's very, very cute. Different. And I think she would look great in a little kitchen display. Now, she does not have either of the foil stickers, so her Joseph Originals or the Little Japan sticker that should be somewhere on her. But I couldn't resist her because I'd not seen her before. But what I can tell you is that there's 4 other ones in the series that are dressed in different color dresses, a little bit different hairstyles, and doing something else in the kitchen. There's one washing dishes, there's one sweeping. I'm trying to remember all the ones that are in that series, but they're all doing like a little different chore, if you will. And then she has that little rosette that's kind of up in her hair. Measurement for her, she is 4 1/4 by 2 1/4. 4 1/4 by 2 1/4. She's darn cute. I just had never run across. There's hundreds and hundreds of different Joseph Originals figurines, and some of them I don't know. Usually it's the birthday girls or the international girls, something like that, that I run across most often, or it's the really big fancy ones. But these kind of other series, they always put out like some sort of, and they always had a name a special name acquired to the series. So if you wanted to collect them, that would be the ones that you would look for. But we will go ahead and bring her back. We'll get Jason going.
$12, Amy. $12, Amy. And I showed her when I offered up the magazine. So $12. I'm trying to look. If she's marked Japan, it's under a part of the dress in the back that I can't get to. She feels like she is probably Japan, but I can't find the markings, and I think it's behind the lace part of the dress. And if I keep pulling, it's going to start to come undone. So even if she's not marked Japan, I do believe she's older. She's a bisque doll that I had never seen before. She has this large bonnet. You can see where it is painted pink and blue with the blonde hair. She's a cute little girl with her jointed arms with the big bow here. You can see even on the back and the huge bonnet. I would recommend, if you don't like the arms super loose, maybe restringing it. But I still think that she displays just fine the way it is. She is 5.5 inches tall. So let's get in here. You can see where they actually even gave her sort of a flesh tone on her face. You can see that she has a blue bow all the way down there around her neck that holds the bonnet on. And then she has this fun lace dress. And it also has a repeating bow here then on the back that is a fabric bow. So she has her little shoes on. Look at the little tassels they gave her there on the front. So she has these fun little tassels. I'm trying to see if it's even marked on the bottom. There is no Japan on the bottom, but she's a fun little bisque doll. She does stand, but you have to work a little to get her to stand on her own. The way they made the way the bisque was poured, you can kind of see that line there in the middle, which gives her a little wobble. So when I displayed her, I kind of propped her against something, but if you work at it, you can get her to stand upright. So I think I said it, but I'll say it again. She is 5.5 inches tall. Amy, have you ever seen one of these style bisque dolls before?
Not like that with the hat molded in.
I mean, if you guys are trying to do a display, or you guys are into like Victorian or these early kind of turn of the century children, I think she would look great. I think she would even look fun if you worked her into maybe your Christmas display. If you did Dickinson style, early Christmas style things, I think she would look really fun in it. And I do love the fact that she has this linen style dress on there. And I do believe somebody added that. I don't think that's, a little later than what she is. I think she's earlier than that. But again, I think she's such a super cute doll, and she's really, really unique. I had to work a little. She had some schmutz there on her leg. I did my best to clean as much off of it as I could. But again, I think she's really neat. If you guys are into those penny dolls, or you're into those like early antique style dolls, I think she would look really neat. If you really wanted to get spooky and creepy, you guys could embellish her and use her for Halloween. Like she might be the Clarice, I don't know. She might be that fun, Victorian style doll that you want to use in an upcoming Halloween display. So I'll put her to the side and we'll send it back over to you, Amy.
She would look cool repainted.
I think you could do something.
No, I've never seen one with a molded hat.
I haven't either.
Okay.
Oh, did Heather? Okay, William. He says Heather repainted one similar for Halloween.
Okay, I have a little Mohair doggo. Up for my next round. And he's darn cute. Now, I don't believe he is a stife. He does not have any of the telltale things that I look for in identifying stife, but he is Mohair. And I feel like he feels like he is a mixture of sawdust and probably regular stuffing in there. Probably the sawdust. A lot of times they use that to give it more like stability, especially in the legs and, to make it sit and that sort of thing. But he is a little dog, and he's got his little fold over ears. Now, I will say that his eyes are wood. They're dark black painted wood, and then the backers are felt there. And he's got a little stitched nose and his little tongue picking out. So cute. But he's very soft, and he is Mohair. I don't see any like holes or issues with him. He appears to be pretty clean, but just you know, he's an older guy. All right. I did add on the pink bow. I did add the pink bow on there. He probably came originally with something around his neck, but he didn't have anything when I found him. No jointed head. Sometimes these animals can have jointed features, but he's just a stationary guy. Now he does sit. All right. He does sit on his own. Right there he is sitting. He's so cute. He kind of looks like a mixture between a bear and a dog.
He does.
He's like a bear dog. I don't know what kind of dog he's supposed to be. But he was cute and he needed rescuing. Measurement for him, he is 7 by 5.5. 7 by 5.5. And I believe he's a good condition. And he doesn't smell weird or anything like that either. Okay, let's count him down. Debbie's in at 14, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bow wow, bid end. Bow wow, bid end. And Parmesan is now sleeping.
He tired himself out, Amy.
He's quite the character, you guys. What I should do is I should like film the day in the life of Parmesan and see all the bad things that he does during the day. I mean, you guys see sometimes the bad things that he does up here, but he's naughty. That's all I can say. All right, Miss Debbie Doggo is coming to you. Thank you so much.
$10 choice, Amy. $10 choice. This is an antique pocket mirror. I think that somebody added this a little bit later, so I'm not sure what's supposed to be under there. I kind of think it still gives you the antique Victorian aesthetic, but the mirror itself is definitely from the late 1800s, turn of the century. So $10, that's going to be your first choice. These mirrors alone are super collectible. I've sold them multiple times at Mother Tucker's. Not exactly like this, but the same kind of form. From the late 1800s into the early 1900s. So this would have been a lady's little pocket mirror. She could have kind of also hung it and left it hang down if she wanted to. But whatever was on there, somebody later embellished it with that.
Oh, I like that.
I do too. And I think it's okay. It's just not original to it. So I'm not even sure what kind of metal that is. I don't know if it's a brass or a painted pot metal. But again, it has that faux metal twine that then is twisted. If we can hold it here so you guys can see. There you go. So it's a very old pocket mirror in very good condition. That's replaced though. $10. It measures about 3 inches long. 3 inches long. So you could, re-embellish that if you want to. There's a little bit of wear here to the mirror part, but it is original. So it's amazing that that's original. This one is a little more contemporary. This is your second choice. This is Limoges, but I think it's a little more modern day Limoges. It is stamped Limoges, France. At least those porcelain wafers are. And then you can see that it has the two different cording couples. And I actually believe I had a piece last week that had this same exact cording couple in it. So this is just supposed to be like a fun little fancy chair that folks are supposed to decorate with. Again, this is Limoges, France. You can see it is stamped. I do believe that it is legit. And it is this gorgeous metal little chair. Wow. And it would just be unique for you to put into your displays, your little tchotchkes, whatever have you. You might even place your rings on it at night if you want to. You could drape some of your jewelry over it. I just think it's a really neat piece. So the chair measures about 3 inches. I'm just going to round up. It's about 3 inches tall by about 2 inches wide. Okay. So let me get in there. And Renee, you're bidding. I feel like the picture I sent you has the same couple on it. I almost feel like it has almost the same style couple on it. A lot of these transfers that they used back in the day were very popular, and they used them in larger scale and smaller scale. So, yeah, I know, Kim, I can't help it. It's where I'm from. It's the way we say mirror. So these
it always makes us happy when you bring a mirror to the sale.
These came from the same estate. So you'll claim it chair or Miro. I don't know how to say it. All I know is
Mirra. That's how it sounds.
But around here we say Mira. That's the way we go look in the mirror. So it kind of does. So you'll either just say hand mirror or chair. And again, I think they're really fun. You can use them for multiple purposes. in your displays and that one's actual functionality. So 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. It's also like when we say get a glass of water, we say it with a D. Around here,
Water.
it's water. Water. Get us some water. It's not water. Get us some water. Water. I'm going to go get some water out of the sink. Go get some water out of the faucet. So thank you so much, Karen. Renee, just let me know. Did you want both or did you want chair or mirror? And of course, you can take both. And okay, they're both yours. Thank you so much, Renee. Thank you. Thank you.
Good pick, Renee. Good pick. All right. Last 2 rounds, you guys. I have for my next round, my last nautical thing for the evening is a little pink and black fishy. Now, this one is a wall pocket. All right. This one is a wall pocket. But this one, unlike the blue one I had earlier, this one has to hang on the wall. They did not mold this one so it could sit on its own. You can see that the fin extends well past the planter part. So it cannot sit on its own. Now, I will say there's no chips on the fish, but there are some extra nubbins of ceramic. Right here is one. I can feel it with my finger. So that little speck right there, it's like it didn't come out of the mold quite cleanly. Probably some bubbles got trapped. And there's a couple other spots down in here. You see those little white kind of things? That was like trapped bubbles that got in the mold upon firing, or maybe they didn't pour it correctly and it got some bubbles in there. But these are like some extra things you can feel with your fingers. It's just extra ceramic, and they are glazed over and all of that. But there's no chipping to the fish. This is California pottery. They did do different variations and colorways of this fish. There's also one that has gold kind of accents painted on it as well. But it's kind of like a maroon color and then like a very dark gray and a lighter gray. Those are the colorways that are in here. And it does have the molded hole on the back for a nail that, yes, nubbins are always okay, Melanie, always. And I don't believe that a plant was in here, although you guys know if there's a crevasse for a planter and I can't get my hand down there, I can't really clean it, but it does not look like there was ever a plant in there. Yes, with Jason saying Mira and me saying crevasse, the night is now complete. But I don't see any calcification or anything in there that a plant was actually in there. Measurement for the fish is 6.5 by 4.5. I was trying to read my writing. 6.5 by 4.5. So it's not a super large one, but this would be a good one. You know, for a mermaid bathroom, you could put, I think toothbrushes would actually like fit really good in that one because it's not super wide, but you could just have them. And I don't think, and they would stick out. I don't have a toothbrush handy, unfortunately. I do have a hairbrush. That's too long. That's too long. What's about, I mean, yeah, that's about the same size as a toothbrush. I think it would work. I definitely think it would work. Crevasse. All right, let's move it along.
$20, Amy. $20, Amy. And she has a line in her. If she didn't have a line in her, she's a really desirable head vase. And I think Amy sold these before. She's made by Ukago. Okay, yeah. So some people call these young ladies. Some people call them children. But this is great with the upcoming fall because they're leaf children. That's what I've always called them, leaf children. So she does have a line. So let's get into that. If she didn't have a line, she'd be probably a little bit higher of a start. She'd be a lot higher of a start. So you can see that she has a line here. When you put your hand on the inside of the planter, you cannot feel it. So this is either a deep crazing line or the start of a line, but I think I'll be able to ship her without an issue. And it goes down here, and I think it crosses over the bottom part of her chin here. Okay, but it's very hard to see. It has to be the exact light. You can just kind of see the line start right there by my finger, okay? Down in here, when you stick your hand down on the inside of the planter, you can kind of feel it in the back there, but you don't feel it all the way up through the side, okay? So these are super fun. They made 2 different variations, so maybe sisters have you. She is the little blonde, and again, coming into fall, kind of her little hat is a leaf that coats over. These are made by Ukago, okay? So made by Ukago. They are porcelain. You can see the eyelashes on her. I think she's just gorgeous. And she's kind of looking over her shoulder. She measures 5.5 inches tall by 4 inches wide. So there you can see the leaf. There's the line that I showed you. This is just they're kind of not too easy to find. They're kind of iconic kitsch. They fit into some of the other like leaf anthropomorphic, kind of the fairy, kind of all that kind of stuff that we kind of have sold or offered up throughout the years. And this is just fun for fall. There's not too much more I can say. Sometimes when I look at her, I think she's a young girl. Some of them call them kids. I don't know, Amy. What do you think that they're like young ladies?
Like I've always known those as the like the leaf girls.
Yeah.
Usually they're called like the leaf girls or the leaf sisters or something like that.
And again,
I don't know. I see both too. I see like a youthful girl or I see a child. I see it both ways too.
And honestly, these do not come around all that often. And if they do, they got like a ton of crazy and a lot of issues to them. I do think folks used to keep plants in these a lot due to the fact that it's a leaf. You can see this one's very clean on the inside, but because of the line, that's why she's starting at such a fair price. I mean, $20. Usually these sell for $60 when they're in really good condition. And back in the day, they would sell for $125. But because of the line, this would be your starter piece. And then when you found one that didn't have the line, you could graduate up to one that's in perfect condition. So, Robin, thank you. I see you for 20. We're looking for 21 or more. Let's go ahead and do a countdown on her. Again, just note that there is a line. I showed you. You can't feel the top part on the inside, which means it's not all the way through. But then down here, right around this part of the cheek on the inside, you can feel it. So that part must be completely through. And when you ting it, it does have a little bit of a hollow ting, okay? But I'm pretty sure I can ship it to you and there'll be no issue. So 21 or more, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. She is a baby Marilyn Monroe, Joe. You're exactly right. And she is gorgeous from the 1950s. Ukago is the company. No tag, no stamp of Japan. Usually all the ones I've seen never have had a tag. So thank you so much, Karen. She's coming to you, Robin. Congratulations.
Congratulations. All right, last round, you guys. And then we will get to our recap and then our community share tonight. Okay. My last round is going to start at $10. This is for the lot. So you're going to get all of them. I love tally cards. Don't get me started. I could go down the rabbit hole with tally cards forever and ever. I brought these tonight, and lovely deco lady with her fan and her fancy hair comb here in the back. And I love all the bright colors in this one. And I like the fact that they are shaped like a triangle. There's 4 of them here, and they are all the same. So you're going to get all 4 of them for one price, not for choice. And they're all unused, and I really like these. Somebody just recently commented on one of my videos. I think I was showing some other tally cards and asked, what were the strings for? And I don't know. I have never known, like back why they included these tags on here. Although I've seen tally cards without these,
Right.
but I don't know if there was an intended purpose for these. Maybe it was just to hang on to, you know, put it around your finger while you walked around and socialized. Yeah. I'm not sure exactly what the intended purpose was, but I know nowadays they make great bookmarks and they make great tree ornaments. If you decorate something like this with tally cards, it would just be put around the wrist.
Right.
Okay.
Yep, you were right.
That's good to know. I've never really had that, but it doesn't fit on my wrist. So,
well, they were a little different back then.
Yeah, I know. I can get about part way on my hand. I have pretty small hands. But yeah, I cannot get that. But either way, so you could carry it. That was kind of my guess anyways. So they all have on the back side, they have the tally score and the name, the table number, and these are Henderson line, Cincinnati. Henderson line did a lot of really cool, very graphic ladies on a lot of their tally cards. They also made really cool Halloween ones. That is for sure. I do have a few Halloween tally cards that I will be bringing to future sales. Halloween ones are not easy to come by either. But yes, very cool. All right, so I see Phil in at 10. Thank you so much. Looking for 11. Let's count them down. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. And it was, I think it was maybe a month ago, maybe 2 months ago, that we got to see Catherine Young's tally card collection. That was fun. I like to see all the different ones that she had. All right, there is the bid end from Karen. All right, Phil, they're coming to you. Thank you so much.
$10, Amy. $10, Amy. And you can use this for a multitude of things in your display. Maybe you want to use it as a little doll table. I will show you there's some hand painting on it. It's this fun little wooden table that is stamped Japan with chairs. So there it is from the profile, from the side. I think it's probably 1950s. Each one of these fun little round barrel back chairs have some fun hand painting decor on them. I think this would be neat with fall coming up. You could use it in your display, maybe put little figurines on it, maybe some little small dolls, put it in a dollhouse. Just $10. It is marked Japan on all of the chairs. Some of the paint is day glow paint. I will show you, but I don't know that you're really buying this to put it in your blacklight display. But again, there you can see. And then each chair is hand painted, identical, same style design as identical hand painting can be. There's all 4 of the chairs. The chairs measure 2.5 inches tall by 2 inches wide. And all the chairs, like I said, are marked Japan on the bottom. And then here is your table, same design. But then, of course, you can probably imagine that the pink, wow, that blows it out. But the pink does glow under black light. So really good condition. This one is not marked Japan, believe it or not, anywhere. And if it was, it is worn off. The table measures about 2 inches tall by about 3 inches wide. So the chairs are just a 1/2 inch larger so that they actually kind of, sit in there and fit. So, oh my God, yeah, that would be really fun, Renee. Like I thought this was sitting on my shelf for a little bit, and with fall coming, I just thought somebody could definitely use this in their display, and I think it'd be really, really fun. So let me just tilt the chairs so you can kind of see what they look like. Put 2 and 2, and we'll hold it up here. So that's kind of give you the idea of what you're looking at, okay? You get 4 chairs and a table. All the chairs are stamped Japan. $11 or more, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. Looking for 11 or more. The bid end from Karen G. Thank you so much, Karen, for being the bid ender. Kim, thank you for being the backup. Thank you so much. I think it's coming in there, the bid end. There it is. Thank you so much, Renee. It's coming to you. Congratulations. Thank you so much.
The chair bid end.
Got it.
Good use of emojis there, Karen. All right. We are going to move into our recap, you guys. So maybe you were not here at the beginning of the sale or you missed something. We're going to bring back items one more time. If you are watching on the replay, our emails are up here. You're welcome to email us to check if something is still available. If you're watching on the replay, if something is not claimed. All right. So these are going to be quick claim items. So we will briefly show the item again and give the price for it. If you want to claim something, we will give you something to type into the chat. So make sure you type in the item plus the price down into the chat so that we know what you're trying to claim. We will give it a moment for the lag. If we don't see anybody else come in there, it will remain a quick claim. If we do see more than one person interested in claiming the same item, we will turn it back into a bid round and do a quick countdown. We will, just in cases can be in play, all that good stuff, just like a regular round. And Karen G will do bid editing. Okay. So, Jason, I have 4 things. Do you want to go first?
Let me do like 4, and then you go, and then I'll go.
Ooh, that's the wrong button. Yes, you got it.
I'll go through 4, and then you, and then me. So
okay, sounds good.
From my Victorian era, turn of the century, I had 2 of them. This is the only one that is remaining. Let's get it to focus here. Put my hand behind it so you guys can see. This will be $18. Each one of these have porcelain wafers that are hand painted. Usually they're bouquets of flowers. These are lily pads with some cattails behind there. Very moody, very fall. You can kind of see like the mist of maybe the lake behind there. And from the clasp here, so the wafer is nestled in this metal holder, probably from the turn of the century, and this is $18. So if you're interested in this, these are very collectible, kind of housed in there like a micro mosaic. It's $18. We'll just make it pin, easy to type. Pin, $18. Pin, $18 if you're interested in that. I had the flocked kitty cat, made in Hong Kong. It's a bank. If you guys are looking to do a kitschy Halloween display,
That's
I don't think it gets much more kitschier than that. There are a few spots here on the back of the head where the flocking is missing. I think that actually, honestly, I think it came from the factory that way because this thing is too clean. I don't know why. Maybe it was in storage and it happened. I don't know, but it is a bank. It has its little collar that says love, and it is made in Hong Kong. So it's this fun cat bank. It's $18. If you're interested, it's cat $18. And all the years that I've sold the blow mold flocking pieces, I've never seen this cat. So it's cat. It's $18. He's 6 inches. He's big and kitschy. That's cat $18. If you're interested in that. We'll just go all in at this point. I had my Royal Doulton 1920s biscuit container, if anyone's interested, kind of in a flow blue pattern. It has a silver style top. It's not sterling silver. It's a silver metal top. It has an acorn on top. You can see all that great detailing all the way around. It is stamped Royal Doulton. Roughly, that stamp is from the 1900s into the 1920s. It is painted that way because it's flow blue. It's the way they did it. It was a very watercolored blue to give yourself just the effect. And it has some gold metallic painting details on it. There's the inside in super good condition. That is $60. If you're interested in that, just put jar $60. That was a stretch, trust me. But I had sold them before. Thought maybe somebody would want them. That is jar $60. Just let me get through one more, Amy, and then.
Oh no, go ahead.
I had the Bisque girl. She's 12. I'm not sure how old she is. She is jointed. That one you just put girl, and she's only 12. No chips or cracks. 5.5 inches tall. All right, Amy, and then I'll do my last 2 when you're done. Go ahead, Amy.
All right. Okay. My first round was the lot of 3 made in Japan little nautical things. So it is for the entire 3-piece set. The sailor, the sailboat, and the fish. No chips on any of them. Just a little bit of wear for the paint. These were $16 for the set. So you can type in Ocean 16 if you want to claim those for the set of 3. Ocean 16. And then I had the lady box. We'll get her back up here. Ocean 16. All right, Robin, I see you. Thank you so much. I got it. Robin Watson, you got it. Thank you so much. All right, and then I had my, I believe to be silver-plated lady powder box or boudoir box. Here, she is made by the Weidlich brothers. She does come along with the little white rhinestone brooch in there, but I believe she is a powder box because she's not deeply inset in there. So that's where like the little powder puff would rest. Okay, so the little deco lady box, that was 18. So you can type in lady 18 if you want to claim her. And then I had my Joseph Originals frying pan girl. All right, Joseph Originals frying pan girl. And so there's a tiny little flea bite on the end of her pigtail and on the frying pan handle, just a pinpoint little flea bite on there. She was 16. You can type in Joseph 16 if you want to claim her. Joseph 16. And then the last thing I had, which I just showed, was the California Pottery Fishy Wall Pocket. No chips on that, just the extra nubbins of ceramic present on the outside of that. That was 14. You can type in fish 14 if you want to claim that. And that was all of my recap. We'll get Jason back over there. Thank you all so much for hanging with us.
These are $30. These are the reversed painting silhouette convexed frame. They are probably from the 1930s. There's a line in this one, but these would be great with, see, I did the same thing I did for my preview. I showed the wrong two. So these are the two that go together, the child and sister or mother. They measure about 5 by 4. Truth be told, I was going to bring them throughout. Nancy wants your fish, Amy.
You got it, Nancy. Thank you.
And then I mixed it up and showed you one of each. So the scenery behind, I think these would be awesome for fall. And at $30, it makes them $15 each, which that's pretty doggone fair price for these convexed silhouette pictures. Both of the ones with the boy on it have their original hooks. So if you're interested in those, you can put boy, $30. Boy, $30 on those. Remember that one does have a line. This one is going to be couple, $30. You have these courting couples. They're underneath, maybe I'd pretend that's maybe a little apple tree, maybe an apple or an orange tree under there, and he's kind of courting her. Thank you so much, Robin. I got you for the boy. And then this one's really unique with the waves crashing there, very oceanic. It's also very Mediterranean, which I find.
Yeah, it does kind of look like.
Really neat and fun. So this one, they're in good condition, except that one has its hook. This one is missing, but I'm sure they hung it there, and you can put a little nail inside that cardboard. That's what I've done with my silhouettes, and they hang beautifully. Same size, 5 by 4, and this one's going to be couple. That one's going to be couple 30, if anyone's interested in that. Couple 30. Let me write you down real quick, Robin, before I miss that. So that one's going to Robin. The boy, so Robin, that's yours. And then my last one was my foil silhouette, Victorian couple reverse painted. There is a little bit of wear you can see here and here. Wait, here and here. First time I'm doing this, there and there. It measures 9.5 by 13. This one is from the 1930s. This one you can just put foil 28. Foil 28, and that one could be yours. I really like that. I would use that at Easter time.
I like the pink in that one.
I do too. And thank you, Amy. There's pink, gold, and silver foil in the background of those. So that one is going to be foil. Thank you so much. You got it, Renee. The girl's yours. Thank you so much. So this one, we'll just put foil 28. And that would be available then. And thank you so much, Renee. And congratulations, Robin. Thank you so much. Thank you, guys.
All right. Thank you guys for hanging with us tonight. I know it was a little bit longer tonight. The lag was really bad. Well, it's always
I'm blaming
bad.
the lag.
That always plays a factor in how long the broadcast goes, because it just takes so long for things to come into StreamYard and for us to see things. When you guys type it in, it takes a long time for us to actually see it on our end. So thanks for hanging with us. Big thank you to Kim and Karen, as always, for helping out in the chat tonight. We appreciate you ladies so much. Reminder for invoicing. I'm going to be sending mine out tomorrow at some point, so you will see an email from me when your invoices go out. And Jason is going to be doing his on Saturday. And don't forget, Tina is going to be doing Whatnot Jewelry on Friday.
Thank you.
I'll let Jason talk about that.
Yes, please. Mother Tucker's Tina, 7 p.m. Eastern over on Whatnot. She has fresh jewelry. I'm looking at it right now. So she's locked and ready to go for tomorrow. So thank you. And at some point, I think we might try to do something over on, I'm thinking Christmas again over on Vamp. I don't know. So watch. We might do
anytime, Jason.
We might do a crazy $10 Christmas sale again. I don't know. So please make sure you're following us over on Vamp. I got to get settled for the extravagant. And when I got a better idea on a Saturday, we'll pop in there. So stay tuned.
And I'm just going to say a special thank you to my Kitsch Crew channel members. If you didn't see, I did put out a special video for you guys today. You guys get a monthly shop with me video that nobody else gets to see. So that came out today. If you haven't watched that yet, check it out this weekend. All right. Okay. We are going to move into our community share. And tonight we have a treat because Karen G has sent in some photos. We get the new screen layout.
It's fancy.
So we can really see the big photos. Okay. So I do have several photos from Karen G tonight. And this collection is going to be of her wedded couples. Although I do believe this is just part of the collection.
Wow.
Not in its entirety. Fun. Yeah. So this is just the overall view. And then of course we're going to get some close up of each of the tiers of the shelf and the stuff on the wall too. Okay. And Karen is also here in the chat, obviously, so she can chime in and talk about these things probably a little bit better than I can. So first we'll go up to the top shelf. So I knew that Karen collected wedding things, but I don't think that you've ever shared these before, Karen. I don't think so. But I really like, they're all different. It's just a whole different mixture of eras and styles of all of the little wedded couples. And I really like it. And I do know that those teacups, she said specifically, or cream and sugar bowl, cream and sugar bowl from Niagara Falls are old. She thinks that they're pretty old. I think I agree with that, but they look like they're hand painted for Niagara Falls. Those are pretty cool. And then here's the next shelf, or in front of the that photo we just saw. The bisque, the ceramic, the celluloid.
Love it.
And a little brooch in there for good measure. I like that too. That's a fun postcard, Karen.
It is.
I like that one in the back. Hubba hubba. And then here's some more. Oh, I love all the different ones. They're so fun.
Love it.
All the little peepees.
Some of them look familiar.
Yep.
Some of them look familiar.
The ones on the left, I think she got from you. The ones that link arms, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
There's a few more in there too. I see a couple celluloid ones. Yeah. Real good.
And then the Niagara Falls postcard there in the background.
And Amy, you saw her say in the chat that they got married in Niagara Falls. That's why they integrated.
Yes, they honeymooned in Niagara, and that's where they went last weekend too.
Yep.
Yeah. Yep. Well, I'm trying to look at my chat on my phone.
I know. Well, that's what I'm here for.
I can't see the StreamYard chat right now. But we're looking. But I also really like these wall pockets. I've never seen these before.
They're fun.
These wall pockets. It's kind of like a gangster almost at the top. He kind of looks like, I don't know, he has a cane. It's a cane, right? It's not. Yeah. Kind of looks like a little, gangster. And then she's kind of flirty with her parasol. I like those too. I really like those. All right. I think we'll go back through the photos one more time. We'll go backwards up the shelf. I really like that tiny little itty bitty bisque couple. She's got a big old flower on her front. I really like those.
I'm almost 100% that came from Mother Tucker's. I remember selling that to her. Yep.
Yeah, I just love them all. They're all so fun collected together like that. And I especially like those sugar bowl and creamer. Karen, do those have any marks on the bottom? I'm curious if they do. And I also like the one with the little netting skirt. I really like that one too.
I want to pretend the couple right there, the ones there. Well, when it's facing us, the couple on the left. I want to pretend that that's a little Gavin and a little Karen, and that
It
was
totally is. It definitely, absolutely, 100%.
their original cake topper from back in the day.
And then the double spoon rest is really fun, and I like the monographs there
good.
too. It's a great collection. But I think you have more than this, right, Karen? I'm pretty sure she has more wedded couples than what's on this little display area right here. But all right, we'll get us back up here on the screen. Thank you, Karen, for sending those in. Always fun.
So good.
Always fun to see how you guys display stuff. It just, every time I see something different that I haven't seen before, it just gives me a new idea of something I want to do. And then I was like, well, now I need to find a shelf so I can do something like that. So yeah.
So does she. That's what she just said. She's looking for another shelf.
For another shelf. Yep. Right, Karen. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, those little tiny shelves like that, they're not easy to find.
No, and
unless you know somebody that can build one for you. But trying to find a vintage or antique one, those little furniture shelves. I know I had a very difficult time to find the ones that I have up here. It took me months and months to find some.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you, Karen, again for sharing that. We appreciate it. I'll pop our email up here one other time. Don't forget, if you want to share anything with us, it can be one photo. It can be multiple. Just make sure if you email us to include a brief description and if you want us to mention your name. But we can always use some more to share. And we love that you guys are part of our show too.
Agreed.
I think that makes it a little bit special. I really like that. All right, you guys, we do have an extended weekend. It's Labor Day. It's Labor Day weekend already. So that means that there's no mail on Monday. So look for shipping to occur on Tuesday next week. All right. And have a wonderful rest of your weekend. Maybe do some relaxing, if you will. It is Labor Day after all. And then we will see you back here next Thursday for another episode of Fantastic Finds. All right. See you guys later. Have a wonderful rest of your evening. Thank you again all so much. We appreciate you guys. Have a good night.
Thank you.